Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time to buckle up. Happy Spooktober, bitches.
Ooh. So you're in a festive holiday mood, are you not?
Oh, doggy.
Well, we'll be talking about Schlocktober in just a minute. That man chuckling in the background is probably the man of the month, Mr. Nick Utam, who has made horror films. So welcome to your favorite month of the year, buddy.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Sure. Want to see something really scary?
That's what I was looking for. I completely forgot it. I fucked it up. Damn it. Can we redo the beginning?
God damn it.
Oh, man. All right, ready? Welcome to World... Never mind. Sorry. We missed the moment. It's one moment at a time. We're good.
Damn it.
So we also have one more host of the show tonight. The one, the only, American Ramrod Kendo Slice.
Yes, I am here with a gin and tonic in hand and eagerly looking forward to tomorrow, where I will celebrate the 25th anniversary of one of the greatest albums of all time, What's the Story, Morning Glory, by one of my favorite bands of all time, Oasis.
Oh, nice. That's not the one that has Don't Look Back in Anger, right?
Yes, that is on that one.
Oh, that is on that one. Okay. I heard
Don't
that.
look back in anger.
I heard you say. I heard that.
Trust me. I'm gonna release every hour on the hour as best I can the tracking of all those songs in order of least favorite to favorite on the album. I already know what the first two are gonna be.
Oh.
That one and Wonderwall, because those songs are overblown. They're good, but they're overblown nonsense. And everybody, they're like, "Oh my god, I love Oasis. Have you heard of Wonderwall?" Fuck you.
Well, spoken like a true fan. So, folks, this is episode 237 of World Class Bullshitters. We're going to have a lot to cover tonight. A lot of Marvel news has come out over the last couple of days. None of it good. Now, we have been historically fans of the MCU. We always try to give them a fair shake and be honest about everything, including Captain Marvel, which you can go back in the archives and listen to our review of said film. But with that being said, we have a couple things to take care of first. So, it is Schlocktober, which means WCBs gets spooky. We get to have fun. We get to get...
Boo, bitch!
Yeah, exactly. We get to get weird. We're weird all year long. We just...
Oh, my God!
I know, right? Well, don't have your black ass get too scared right now, because I got some movie posters, and you're gonna be really, really scared. But we always start our show by thanking our newest patrons. So we'd like to thank our friend Bobby James, who did join at the top tier, and our friend Paul, who also joined, re-upped his at the top tier. So we want to thank you, gentlemen, for supporting us over there. We're going to be offering a lot of cool stuff this month. As of tomorrow, I will be uploading our horror films that don't have a sequel that maybe deserve one. So Nick and I did a deep dive. We also have Kendo's list, but Kendo had something really that he had to take care of. But we have our list and we talk about it. What is that, Nick? About an hour long?
Yeah. We really went into it hard, and went into describing if we we went in describing if they were sequels, how that would go and things like that. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, for a little topic like that, we kind of went EFAP style and talked very specific about everything. So that's a lot of fun, and you guys can check that out over there.
Yeah, you should give me a copy of that.
Oh, yeah, send it to you after the show. Just tell me. I'll just email you the fucking file.
Fantastic.
Oh. So let's talk about our meme of the week. So this has been an incredible stretch of episodes. It's been fun. It's been informative, but we've had so much pleasure talking about my black ass. Not mine, not Dion's, just my black ass in general. It's become bigger than all of us here. My black ass is bigger than all of us. And so last week, we asked you guys to make movie posters and stuff featuring my black ass. And so we thought this would be the perfect way to put a pin in it for now, because Ninja Lawyer Steve won this week's meme of the week, not just by a little, but by a country mile. It's not even fair how awesome
Oh my god,
the shit that he sent us is this week. So let me pull this up. So first off, Dion, you're the star of all of these. So be prepared, because you're now an actor.
Hey, I'm all about it. I got to bring some talent to the show.
To be fair, of all of us, he does have the blackest of asses. So I would hope that he was starring in all these.
Yeah, well, if I do a sequel, my half black ass, sure it'll work.
There you go.
So, you guys ready to see the first of many from Ninja Lawyer Steve?
Yes.
Of course.
So first off, we have My Black Ass Goes to Africa. We have
God.
My Black Ass in the Army.
Oh my God!
I'm
God
starting
damn
to see
you.
a theme, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, me too.
We also have Catch My Black Ass If You Can. So, oh
Oh my God!
we have a real fake.
Love it.
We also have To Catch My Black Ass. Somebody, I don't know who the hell that dude is, but Dion, you need to play.
Is that Meatloaf?
Yeah, that looks like
I
Meatloaf.
think it is.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Fucking Meatloaf.
Is Dion a cat? Like, what's going on there?
He's just.
Or is he
yeah,
a werewolf? I don't know.
I don't want to know. I just want to see To Catch My Black Ass. We also have My Black Ass Saves Christmas.
Yep.
It's a little early, but I like it. There's also My Black Ass Conquers the World.
I like that one. That one might be my favorite. My black ass cuz. Oh shit.
I like this like little guy in the corner with the gun. He looks so scared of your black ass. Yeah.
I have that effect on people.
Yeah. Also, The Devil Wears My Black Ass. Very scary.
Oh,
This is perfect for October. Honestly, this alone would have won this week because it's fucking dark. We also have My Black Ass is at the Earth's Core, starring Harold and myself. But look at the detail that's put into this one. We have Dion and I and Jesse and Nick and where's Kendo? Shit, he forgot Kendo.
you bastard.
But look, we have Lucasfilm being destroyed, a giant horse, Zack Snyder and Ryan Johnson, and Kathleen Kennedy plays the Harpy Beasts. So you, sir, Ninja Lawyer Steve, are the hero.
Holy shit!
Holy shit.
We also
That's so
have
good.
My Black Ass.
There we
damn it.
go.
My black ass goes to camp. Jesus.
Just the turn around the look.
My black ass rides again.
My Black Ass rides again.
Oh, jeez.
We have three more.
Oh
We
my
also-
God.
My Black Ass Goes to School.
Yay.
My Black Ass is Scared Stupid.
Oh, jeez. There you go.
That's
There you
the
go.
perfect face. That is the perfect face.
Oh my God! And finally, the Black Ass.
Hey,
with
there
two
we
heads.
go.
Oh yeah.
I made it.
No, you more than made it. You made it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is a movie I would love to see. Now, the question I have is: one hand black and one hand white? Like, is this one of those
I
split
would
things, or
think
is this
so.
legitimately like
Right.
a severed head added to another body? All I could say is, Ninja Lawyer Steve, you blew it out of the water.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, that's so good.
Also, kudos for your love of Ernest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
It's a
on
low-
board with that completely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, folks in the chat, we don't have a prompt for next week's meme of the week, so it's fair game. I would like to give a shout out, though, an honorable mention to our friend Francisco. Dude, yours was excellent. So if you just want to resubmit it for next week, it'll still be in contention. Very good contention. But, I mean, how could you deny Ninja Lawyer Steve the absolute win? So there we go.
I mean, he did leave me out, so I'm slightly perturbed, but
Bro,
I guess I can get over it with the Ernest
no,
stuff.
you and Dion got the last one together.
That's true.
Yeah,
Would you rather
I guess
miss
I can
out-
live with that.
It's like, look, they forgot you on the ensemble piece, but you're a starring lead in the last one. So, I mean, come on.
That's true. I guess I can. I mean, I'm gonna get with my agent on that one, but I think I can accept those terms.
I'll call
No. The problem was that post was going to go to China. That's why.
Oh, okay. So that's what happened there.
Yeah. That's a Chinese version of the poster. We'll get you in the American one, man. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta get that Chinese audience. all data suggests I'm the one black ass they like.
Look it. If your ass
But
was
only
on
when my head's attached to your shoulder.
Dion, look, if you were in Star Wars The Force Awakens, they wouldn't have shrunk your black ass on the poster. Just put that out.
That's too much black ass to shrink down, brother.
So much.
black ass to shrink down.
Oh God, I can't wait to work on the first My Black Ass movie. I really can't.
Oh man,
Yeah.
It's funny
history
how
in the making.
we have all these, people out there on Twitter that want to talk about diversity and racial equality and all this fun stuff. And it's like, just listen to my black ass. Everybody's included.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. So now this week's game is a little different than normal. So give me a second to just pull this up. So now, guys, we do have an official stance on politics here on the channel. We don't really talk about them because nobody wins. And you know what? If you wanted a politics channel, you could find the plethora of them here on the channel or on YouTube. We're not armchair politicians. We're not here to tell you how to vote, to do whatever. It's all up to you, and we want to keep it out. We want to keep the show fun. But when celebrities get involved, then it's fair game.
Oh, yeah.
So now tonight, this game is really up to the audience who's going to have the best one. So on Tuesday night, there was a presidential debate. That's all we're going to say about it. You can, in the chat, can decide who won, who lost. I don't care. It's all up to you. But this tweet sparked this week's game. That debate was the worst thing I've ever seen, and I was in the Star Wars Disney trilogy. Now, hold on. That's a mistake. His actual tweet was this one. The holiday special. I don't want to misquote Mark Hamill and be unfair to the game. So let me pull the actual one up. But I want everyone to basically finish this statement. That debate was the worst thing since blank, and I was in blank. And you can play any actor. So you could be like, or you could say, that debate was the worst thing I've seen since, I don't know, my shit this morning, and I ate Chipotle for 12 days straight. So,
okay, I got one.
Yes.
So Adam Driver, that debate was the worst thing I've ever seen, and I was in Lena Dunham.
Damn.
Well, Kendo won this week's game.
That was a short-lived contest.
Yeah. Try to top Kendo. Now, we'll have some fun with this tonight. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. Also, I did want to give one more shout out to somebody before we get into the show proper, because sometimes when you pay attention to chats on other streams, you catch a little bit of gold here and there. So where is he at? Hold on, let me give the proper credit where credit's due, because I think you guys will have another laugh at that. So Senator Bluto Blutarski, who clearly listens to our show, if you're listening right now, say hi in the chat. He took my black ass a little further, and he used a song title. And so, folks, you can do whatever you want with this, make us laugh. But he took Dion. Well, Dion's really not my black ass shit, but he took my black ass and one of Dion's most hated bands, Nirvana, for the song "Smells Like My Black Ass." So if you guys top that too, there you go.
Smells like my black ass.
Now, Dean Domino, thank you for super chat. He says, I wanted to say I love this week's High Council. The guest was excellent, and I look forward to seeing him again. So, folks, if you missed out on the High Council because you were busy watching the debate or armchair politicians or, experts out there, fine. But you missed a hell of a High Council, so much to the point where you might have missed the best episode ever. Better than when we had Ethan and Jeremy on, better than when we had big guests on, because, well, this guy was a big guest. So his name was Tom Conkle, or is Tom Conkle. Thankfully, he's still with us. And he's an actor, a director, a voice actor. He's worked in the industry. He works in the industry. And guess what? He's honest. He's not one of these people that said no comment, no this, no that. He's somebody that works in entertainment, that sees the problems we all have, and is a big fan of the fandom menace and what we do. So if you would like a really insightful look at, we talk about anime. He's worked on shows like Trigun as a voice actor. We talk about the differences in the censorship and all of this stuff. So after this episode of World Class Bullshitters, go back and listen to that tomorrow. It's really awesome, and guys like Dean Domino really enjoyed it. And Dean, you asked for it, and other people did. We're going to have him back. I'm working on an election night High Council mega show. I'm going to see if Anna's available. We're going to get all these people that we can get on. And you know what? If you're one of our international listeners, or if you're opposed to whatever's going on, come hang out with us. I don't care if 5 people show up. It's going to be a fun show, and we're going to have a great time.
Yeah. Would you rather watch the news or watch the High Council?
Yeah.
Or the High Council watching the news.
Or the High Council watching the news about the High Council.
Oh my god!
It's like 14 levels right there.
Well,
The High Council watching the news about the High Council watching the news.
Well,
I
folks,
like it.
Yeah, you guys can join us when that night happens. So, Kendo, we talked about this briefly. I know this actually excites everybody, but they have dropped a trailer for Borat 2. Have you guys had a chance to watch it?
Did they now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, Dion, you and I have been friends since 2008 when Borat was still fresh in a lot of people's minds. It wasn't uncommon to go to a party and some guy goes, "Yeah, it's a badge. I like a sex. It's a nice," and all that crap and all the stupid voices everyone did. So Borat's been a part of the culture, and then he's gone away. But it's really cool to see him back. This is a still from this. Are you excited for Borat 2? It comes out October 23rd on Amazon.
Prime,
yeah. I mean, no, Amazon non-Prime. Amazon it's not Prime beef.
You never know. I felt like there was a pause. I felt an upward inflection. I was like, "Is he all right? Do you smell toast? Are you having a stroke?" But yeah, I am.
Dude, let me tell you what's going on. You guys in the Midwest have this nice, cool fall weather, right?
Yeah, it's great.
We got another fucking heat wave.
Oh fuck!
103 degrees here. I am pissed.
Welcome to California.
I'm ready to go.
Go sit on the beach, you simple bastard. But yeah, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
I don't want to get the Rona.
Don't get the Rona, man. But yeah, I'm actually very excited for Borat 2. It's funny. You mentioned people doing this shit at the parties. It absolutely did that. It was so annoying. Because I love the first one. It definitely was that lightning in the bottle property. Just Sacha Baron Cohen just going balls to the, more specifically his balls to the walls for the first one. And I feel like now it's just a prime time to do a bunch of shit to piss people off. Obviously, you gotta be cautious because he's extremely left, which is whatevs. But yeah, hopefully, as long as he's doing what he did in the first one, just trying to annoy and offend everyone at all times. I think that possibility is pretty good. That it's exactly what we fucking need around this time.
1R, by the way, your comment, excellent. Anyway, though, Nick Kendo, not to cut you off, guys, what are your thoughts on this?
I guess Nick isn't. Okay, so I'll jump in. I'm cautiously optimistic. I love the first Borat movie, but my reservation on this one is only because after the first Borat movie, pretty much everybody knows who he is. So it's like the dude comes walking up to try to interview you on the street. You're kind of already understanding what's going on there. So I'm only, like I said, cautiously optimistic only because it's like, are we actually going to get real like reactionary moments from people, or is it going to be like a, scripted type setup type thing? Just because, like I said, just about everybody is going to know who this character is because it was such a huge cultural thing, 14 years ago. So that's why I'm like, I love the idea, but at the same time, it's like, are we actually going to get genuine, Borat moments and not something that they just,
manufactured,
pulled somebody aside and said, hey, yeah, manufactured, like, hey, here's what's going to happen. You're going to be part of this thing. Just here's how you need to respond.
Nick,
but
anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah,
I am too.
I'm with Kendon. Yeah, like I'm worried about it being a little too orchestrated and a little too scripted. I know in the trailer that they show him interacting with people and things like that, like they did with the first one. But also like I really did enjoy the first one. I thought it was a lot of fun, and then I watched the other two that he did, and I didn't like them very much. And I don't know, it kind of dwindled on him for a little bit, and then now that the trailer for part 2 is coming out, I'm just kind of like, I could watch it or not. I'm all right. I really don't care much about it. So,
yeah, I just don't really need I hope this movie is funny and not trying to teach me a lesson. That's what a lot of comedy fails to do these days. And for as much as I love Borat, if this movie is essentially a 2-hour long, why certain people are stupid, like I get it when you're making fun of stuff and you're doing it funny. But have you noticed that comedy has just lost that ability to be, I don't know, funny these days?
Yes.
So I gotta be cautious about that shit. I mean, we're gonna talk about South Park in just a second about what they're doing. I've been hearing conflicting things across the board. So it's interesting how 2020 takes so many people off of their game, from a certain point of view. And I don't want Borat to have that negative stigma. Now, the one thing I'd like to add before we move on is I've seen people in the chat say it's too late to have the sequel. I think you kind of have to be almost too late because, like you said, Kendo, Borat was a cultural phenomenon. Everybody knew that shit. Everybody knew the fucking suit, the swimsuit, all of that stuff. It was so popular. If you were too young to remember or too old, that's the only group of people that weren't really aware of Borat. I think waiting all this time might have given him the ability to try and do some of that low key, on the street, off the cuff type of interview segments. Because if you tried that in 2010, you're one of the most recognizable faces in the world still. You had the Dictator and you had Bruno. But when was he last in a film? Was it Hugo, that Scorsese picture that like nobody remembers?
No, I mean he was in that movie with Mark Strong where they're brothers that like they're long lost brothers. That one apparently wasn't all that funny.
Oh, the brothers Grimsby?
Yes. He was in that. Then he was in some fuck, I just lost my train of thought. It was another movie similar to that.
He was in Les Mis.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah,
he was in Anchorman 2.
That's right. Yep.
He's been in a handful of shit since the first Borat, but I mean, what was his last of his like trilogy of films? Borat, Bruno, and The Dictator. The Dictator was 2012. Since 2012, he's only done a handful of things. I mean, he did a documentary, Who is America? He's in this thing called The Spy, which is a show on Netflix. And let's see, he had Alice Through the Looking Glass and the Trial of the Chicago 7. So he really only has had a handful. Oh, and Anchorman 2, obviously. So he really only had a handful of things since that last Dictator movie. So hopefully that's the thing. If he was able to, pull it out, I'm happy. Unless if that's not the case, then just go back to Isla Fisher and just don't make Borat anymore. Your character.
I mean, yeah, that's not the worst fate of all time, but yeah, I mean, because I know a lot of other stuff. He's doing other shit, but it just seemed like he was doing, either crazy character shit or any time he was a spot in something, it was just him being, a goofy ass character. I mean, obviously the first Borat's kind of hard to fucking follow up, but I'm just hoping it's not him on the ropes, just doing the same shit. Like, him trying new shit with Borat is definitely what and again, hopefully that's exactly what he did. Amazon Prime is pretty good about picking their shit these days, and I just hope it's not him rehashing old jokes and shit. Going after people. And hey, these are people in the South. Like that shit's kind of old, right? We've watched that part of Borat, hundreds and thousands of times. So hopefully it's him trying something a little different. The part of the trailer was hilarious because it was literally him and someone goes, Borat! And he goes, nope, that's not to me. It's not. Like, that was hilarious. I thought, if that's the premise, I think that'd be great. Him trying shit and people knowing that it's Borat. And again, I don't know, but yeah, as long as it's not him trying to do what he did in 2006, I think it'll at least be pretty good. I feel like that's what happened with Bruno. It was essentially him retrying that same shit, and it was kind of funny, but it wasn't that funny. Like, crazy black people on reality TV shows. I mean, that was a funny bit, but it didn't hit the same chord that Borat did. So hopefully he can just get that lightning in a bottle again.
Well, humor just isn't humor much these days, so we'll find out at the end of the month.
And the problem is the problem with that, I think, is that you had these people with like these comedians and stuff with big followings. They're like, I'm gonna they're like, I'm gonna be the person to bring everybody back and to be funny, to tell everybody how it is, and then they try to teach everybody something, and then they fucking failed.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be an element in that. It is him, and he is super idealistic. Holy shit, Joe Flacco. A wild Joe Flacco. Holy shit. Yeah, man, it's definitely going to be him trying to teach something. It's to what degree, right? It's probably 100% possibility, but it's how hard in the paint is he going to go? Especially since that clip of him giving that speech at the fucking Saturn Awards or some shit, that kind of went a little viral. So I think he, as long as he's not doing that, I think it'll be good. But, who the fuck knows, man? I mean, like you said, 2020 is a fucking doozy, especially on shit that's supposed to be funny.
Now, Kendo, and now Nick and Dion, I'm speaking for you if I'm wrong, but Kendo, you were the most excited about the South Park Pandemic special. Nick Dion, did you guys watch it?
I did not.
No, I haven't. I'll watch this weekend for sure.
So, right as of now, Kendo, you're the only person on the channel that has seen it. Would you care to tell people about the South Park Pandemic special?
Sure. So last night was the season 24 premiere of South Park, and it was their pandemic special. It was an hour long, which is new for a South Park episode. They're usually only a half hour. So essentially, the pandemic special. The pandemic special is actually just the name of Randy's latest weed. So this, I don't want to give too much away. Am I allowed to spoil it, or should I just leave it be?
Well, I don't spoil it because it just was on last night, and people might have not caught it on Hulu or anything. The only reason I wanted to bring this up is because I'm seeing places like IGN give it like terrible ratings. So I'm wondering if it's the rating system that I'm seeing is already being politicized.
It probably is. So the main crux of the show, like the spoiler synopsis is this: Randy's got his business is the only one handling well in the shutdown because everybody's wanting to still buy weed. So Tegrity Farms is still rocking strong. So he releases his pandemic special, and the kids are dealing with the fact that they don't want to go to school. Well, Cartman doesn't want to go to school. Other kids, they want to go back to school. So the subplot with them is that Cartman's trying to sabotage them getting back to school while the kids are trying to go back to school. Randy thinks he discovers the cure for coronavirus involving his DNA and activities that happened with him and Mickey Mouse in China last year.
Oh,
And then let's see, I'm trying to remember where Butters is just distraught because he wants to go to Build-A-Bear and it got canceled on him. So he's been like 7 months jonesing hard to go to a Build-A-Bear. And so that's part of the plot of the episodes where the kids they go on a marauding mission through town to get to the Build-A-Bear. The teachers refuse to come back to school to work. So they hire the people that are having the hardest time with their jobs right now. So that's why the cops are now the teachers at the school. Garrison Trump shows up a few times. And I'm trying to think what else happens in it. I mean, I thought it was funny. There were several times where I was because I was talking to a friend earlier today about it because he's about as big of a South Park fan as I am. And we were just going back and forth on some of the stuff that had happened and what was just, laugh out loud moments. But there wasn't any like hyper politics to it at all. If anything, it was satirizing the entire situation. And the biggest takeaway message is we just want everything to go back to normal. And yeah. Like I said, without giving you like blow by blow, everything that happened, because God damn it, there was some really funny stuff that happened in it last night. I would say give it a watch. Was it the greatest South Park episode of all time? No, there was probably Good Times with Weapons. But is it, of the season premieres that have happened recently, I would say it's towards, probably in the top half of the ones that have come within the last 6, 7, 8 years. So yeah, watch it. If you're a South Park fan, you'll love it. If you're not a South Park fan and you think South Park's terrible, you'll probably hate it. But that's just kind of the way it goes. So it very well could be getting politicized because certain websites cater to a certain ideology and they didn't get it fed to them through South Park. So that's probably why they hate it. I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, so basically it wasn't inclusive enough, and that's a problem.
That's what IGN. Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
Tokens in it.
I've been watching the old episodes of South Park in my free time, and we watched the Christmas episode from the 3rd season, so it's the musical special. Kendo, you remember that one, right?
What's that?
The 3rd holiday special from South Park. It's the all musical one. The 10 songs. Mr. Hanky does the. He's like a narrator for the entire thing, and Cartman sings like "Oh Holy Night," and
I believe that's that one. Yeah.
So we were watching it last night, excuse me, and we were laughing at the show so hard, but I had this realization that you can't do that stuff anymore, and it's sad because we had reached the point where nothing was taboo in terms of comedy, and it was so good. But now everyone's so up their own asses about, I don't want to be offensive, and I can't hurt this person's sensibilities. It's like South Park, I haven't seen the new one, but South Park seems too good for the current climate that we live in. So I'm hoping that they just go balls to the wall this entire season. And you know what? If they burn themselves down in the process, screw it. We need something to be just outright funny. No punches pulled. Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would expect that out of them because if history shows us anything, South Park has absolutely no problem with going after anybody because their entire rule, and it's even drawn out in one of their episodes. I think it was the one where this is the one where they're ripping on Family Guy, and I think it's one where they're ripping on Family Guy, and Cartman and Kyle are racing across the country on their big wheels, trying to stop them from airing the Family Guy episode with Muhammad in it. So that way, to prevent them from being attacked, to kill Family Guy, I guess, whatever it was. And Kyle makes a statement that in terms of, free speech and comedy, everything is okay or nothing is okay. So you can't say, well, you can make jokes about this, this, and this, but you can't make jokes about that. Well, that's when you get into that taboo area, and that's why a lot of the biggest comedians of all time were the people that would make jokes about, stuff that people said you're not supposed to make jokes about. So there you go.
Yeah. Now, speaking of jokes, I have a great one to share with everybody. So earlier in the year, everyone couldn't stop talking about Birds of Prey. For some reason, you had people that wanted to politicize it and, use it as this hill to die on to defend feminism or some other dumb shit these days. But Birds of Prey is nominated for 4 People's Choice Awards.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Would you like to hear these?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Now, folks, if you're drinking something or you're standing up, sit down, park your car, because the cringe factor is warp level 5, and people are dumb. So anyway, Birds of Prey is nominated for 4 categories. Movie of 2020, action movie of 2020, female movie star of 2020 for Margot Robbie, and action movie star of the year for Margot Robbie.
Well,
Get the fuck out
What?
of here, dude.
Exactly. What?
this is also the People's Choice Award. It's like it's like a half step up from the Saturn Awards. Like it's not that notable, and nobody.
Dude, the
gives
People's Choice Award is barely a step above the fucking Kids' Choice Awards. That's so stupid.
That's true.
Action movie of 2020 based on fucking what? I would love to hear their goddamn explanation as why of all of 2020, of all the movies that came out in 2020. Birds of fucking Prey is movie 2020. Not the one about the chicks going to the fucking moon. Not the one about, oh wait, no, that was Hidden Figures or whatever was 2 years ago or a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking Birds of goddamn Prey. Holy shit. I would listen to that like a goddamn TED Talk. Explain to me why Birds of Prey, and we're in goddamn October. We are in the 10th month of fucking 2020. And I would need a goddamn dissertation as to why fucking Birds of Prey is the movie of 2020. Holy shit. I would eat my own goddamn foot
You'll
if you convince me. I'd eat my own black ass.
Okay, all right. I pulled up the People's Choice Awards website, and here are the choices for movie of the year that you can vote on. Okay, Bad Boys for Life.
Okay.
Extraction.
Okay.
Project Power. The Old Guard. Trolls World Tour. The Invisible Man. Hamilton. Also, Birds of Prey. Those are the choices.
That I want to throw up in my mouth.
I mean, what about Sonic the Hedgehog? Did you just say Sonic, or am I just completely?
No.
you
There was no Sonic.
That was an action movie.
Three of these movies are Netflix are from Netflix originals. One's on Disney Plus. One is from Blumhouse. One's a kids movie. One's an action movie of two old guys from an old series, and then you got 5 women over here in this one that nobody liked. So yeah,
Where's
it doesn't. There's no Tenet.
Dude, how is a Christopher Nolan movie not nominated for action movie of the year?
Listen. They got all the POCs in Hamilton. It's fine.
Fucking shit. Denzel Washington's husband. Denzel Washington's son. His son, not his husband. He doesn't have one, I don't think. His son is the lead of Tenet, not fucking Robert Pattinson.
Let's see.
Listen. I loved Hamilton. I did. So I can get that one, right? It's Hamilton. We got some brothers playing Thomas Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? They did a little.
I don't, because Thomas Jefferson owned the brothers. It wasn't playing.
Right. There's a couple brothers in there. You know what I'm saying? So that one I can whatever. It was pretty heavy-handed. That one I can get why was fucking okay. But Birds of Prey, you watch that movie and you're just like, damn, this isn't that good. There's no way with a straight fucking face that whoever put this whoever voted to put this bullshit together to put online like ain't nobody gonna fucking notice. There's no way that they did that list with a straight face and they're like, yeah. Let alone that they sat their ass in the theater, probably sat there, because they got to stick up their ass. They sat with a straight back in the fucking movie theater seat, staring up at the fucking screen, squinting because, they're old and they know what young people like. And they were looking at the movie. And when the credits finished, they were like, that was one of my favorite movies of the year, 2020. There's no way that happened.
No.
Okay. Well. No. What I read before was the choices for movie of the year. What I'm going to read now are the choices for action movie of the year. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Bad Boys for Life.
Okay.
Bloodshot. Mulan. Tenet. The Old Guard. Project Power. Extraction. Birds of Prey.
We'll talk about some of this stuff in a minute, but what the hell?
Birds of Prey was not often, Steve Pruitt. No. Don't say that. Like I get if you liked it. Like I get that. I mean that's fine, and it's not a dog shit movie, but movie of the year. Do people just like say like prizes and give movies titles without actually listening to what the fuck those titles? Movie of the year. That means that of the hundreds of movies that come out, especially nowadays when you include streaming services, of the hundreds of movies that come out, you're trying to say that this movie was better than 90% of them. You mean to tell me that you think Birds of Prey is movie of the year? That's like saying I'm heavyweight champion of the fucking world. No one would believe that. They'd be like, you know what? Dion's kind of athletic. He's a good-looking dude. He's probably he's probably a tough guy. Yeah, but no one would be like, that dude is the fucking heavyweight champion of the world. No one would say that. Obviously, my wife would. My sister would. My closest friends, my best friend might be like, you know what? Yeah, he could do it. And then, shut up. And I would say, and you'd be like, you're crazy. You guys know him. No one would be like, yeah, Hillary Watkins clearly has put her fucking money behind the best black horse in this game. They'd be like, no, he is not good. What are you doing? And that's what this movie is. This movie is my black ass trying to be heavyweight champion of the world. It doesn't make sense. No. No, Ewan McGregor, we love, he's a national goddamn treasure, but he fucking picked the wrong goddamn movie. The girl from West Side Story was annoying as shit. That fucking cop fight scene alone disqualifies that fucking movie. There ain't no way in the world you watch that fucking 7 minutes of that goddamn movie and you're like, that was one of the greatest action scenes I've seen of this year. There's no way. I refuse to believe that shit. Get out of here.
Our friend TLJ screwed up into the super chat that says Dion's one to talk. He likes Dark Fate.
You know what? God damn it, TLJ. We used to be close, son. We used to be close. What happened to you, man? What happened? You turned on me.
Yeah.
You turned on me with these motherfuckers.
Now, speaking of a listener that has never turned on us, our friend Cesare Japan, he did send in a super chat well before we went on air. He wanted to ask us, so what weird timeline are we in when the Boondocks, a black-centric show created by a black guy who, if I can recall, is a socialist, is being censored by Adult Swim for cultural and sensitive material? Now, first off, Cesare Japan,
the same thing with I was gonna say Aqua Teen's getting the same treatment too, and Frylock's a black guy.
Well, I have a video I made for this. I'll put it out tomorrow because I've been talking about this Mulan video for like a week and a half now. Here's the problem, folks. I sat down to record it. It's an hour and 10 minutes. I have so much shit in there. It's got to be a multiple-part trilogy. And now with the new news of Disney losing $150 million on the fucking movie, and their parks are closing for other reasons, I got a million different things to put into this Mulan video, so I hope everyone goes and checks it out because
this is going to be a 6-parter right here.
It might be a 6-parter, broski. Yeah. I don't care. It might have to.
WCBs Mullen trilogy.
Amen to that, dude. Holy shit, we need our own trilogy. Right before the My Black Ass series is gonna be the fucking Mulan trilogy or Mulan series, man. Holy shit.
The Mulan saga.
So let me, since Cesare Japan brought this up, let me pull up this story so I can share it with you and the audience, because this is hypocritical doesn't even describe it. This hypocrisy from this guy who runs Adult Swim just goes to show you how removed from reality a lot of people in the entertainment industry are. Now, every week, folks, we bring you a new story of stupidity, and this one fits right in with the year that we live in. So Adult Swim permanently retires episodes of Aqua Teen Hunger Force and the Boondocks due to cultural sensitivities.
Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, dude, when I made the video, I actually had to cut out certain things that I screamed at the fucking microphone because this pisses me off to no end. Like, this is not acceptable. All this story does is, one, it tells you why you should buy physical media at all times. Because here's the thing, cultural sensibilities is a fucking coverall phrase to determine what's acceptable for this point in time. And then we move away from that and we've lost a piece of art. So even if you don't care about the Boondocks or Aqua Teen Hunger Force, look, like we said a couple of months ago with Gone with the Wind, maybe Gone with the Wind isn't your thing, but they're going to come for something you care about eventually. Now here we are on Adult Swim's two of their biggest shows of all time. I think Aqua Teen Hunger Force might be their biggest property in terms of like what was created for that and what really look. They had a movie, they had video games, all kinds of shit. I used to wear a Meatwad beanie.
I fucking loved that show for the longest time.
Hell yeah, dude. It was so bizarre and funny. And again, like Cesario Japan says, you talk about hypocritical with black creators. I think Aaron Magruder is the guy who created the Boondocks. The Boondocks is not a politically correct show, but it's funny as hell.
Oh, yeah.
I used to watch that show in freshman year of college. Dion, remember that dude Deshaun that lived down the hall from me? He was like the only dude you ever met that was my size.
Yeah.
We used to sit in the hallway at night and talk about the Boondocks and how funny the show was. I mean, it was always a staple of Monday Night After Raw. No matter how good or bad Raw was, the Boondocks came on next. And who is this guy to decide what's culturally sensitive? Did you pull every black person in the world? Did you pull every person that could be offended by this? Because you don't get to be offended on the behalf of other people. Don't worry about covering your ass. Why don't you just put out your content and let people decide what's funny, what's for them, what's not? Worst case scenario, somebody on HBO Max. First off, kids shouldn't be watching Aqua Teen Hunger Force or the Boondocks. Just because it's animated doesn't mean it's for kids. South Park, Beavis and Butthead, The Simpsons. Hell, originally the Flintstones was a late night show.
Yeah. And wait, who was this from Adult Swim?
One of the heads. I'm gonna tell you his name right here because the story gets better. So clearly, we all know that what got censored in this episode with Master Shake, where he was bitten by a radioactive black man and he becomes this. The concept's ridiculous, but it's funny. A radioactive black man, what the fuck?
Oh my god!
And then the Jimmy Rebel episode has been taken off from Adult Swim as well. But so here's where the story gets interesting and dumb at the same time. So one of the leaders of Adult Swim, who goes by the name Spiral Curse DeMarco, who is the senior vice president and creative director, his real name is Jason DeMarco. On his personal Twitter, he says, guys with usernames like PP and Poo Poo are super pissed about this, so let me save you some time. I don't have anything to do with these decisions. I don't care, and complaining to me won't help change any of it. Hope that helps. So, would you guys
like to cop out, you fucking pussy,
dude? He did cop out, but he also fucking lied. Hold on, there's more to the story from his own mouth or his own Twitter. So he said he had nothing to do with it as his own tweet. So then he lied because a couple of hours later, whenever 109, 12:50, so fucking 19 minutes later, he responds with, "Yep, I made this decision. It was all me. Busted." 99% of these comments are racist, mad about BLM, our BLM piece, who now think they have a club to hit me back with. Stay mad. Dude, Dion and I aren't white. We're bitching at you. And I say in the video, we don't have 30 followers. We have 163,000 and change. Like, we're not just some dude with an anime avatar who's pissed off at the internet. You people are the worst because you just fucking lied. Like, literally 19 minutes later, you admitted to a lie. And two, again, there is no stopping any of this cultural repression that we're having with our entertainment right now.
Then he throws a buzzword in there, brings up BLM. What the fuck does that have to do with BLM, dude?
First off, Adult Swim doesn't need to be talking about BLM.
And even if they want to take a stance on that, no matter what the stance is, don't fucking put it in the direction that it wasn't intended. This isn't people who are pissed about BLM getting pissed at you. This is people, if anything, they would want the fucking show. Like the shit that the Boondocks and even Aqua Teen Hunger Force touched on were some of that shit. So to pretend that the only criticism is coming from people who are pissed about that is just fucking disingenuous. It's you deflecting. So now people will talk about that instead of the fact that you're covering up the show for some bullshit reason, which is 100% fucking bullshit. Especially seeing as how, again, like some of the shit, like Boondocks touched on fucking R. Kelly. Like there was a whole the R. Kelly episode, one of the early ones that was hilarious, but it touched on a serious fucking issue.
Well, I think
so you're gonna.
Well, sorry.
Go ahead.
Finish
No,
your
go ahead.
point. But I was gonna say, if history showed anything, if history showed anything, it's the shit. These animated shows that get censored are the ones that are able to handle the heavy topics, tackle them accurately, and be honest. It's so sad that we live in a world where the news lies to you, but South Park really gets to the heart of issues. Like, why is a cartoon more culturally and socially relevant than the news that only should exist to tell you the news, not talk about, I don't know, what this person's doing on Twitter or that? Like, the news isn't entertainment. It's news. It's to tell us what's going on in the world. I can't stand this shit. And so there's a little more to the story, guys. So he comes back and he goes, sorry, that was earlier. But he comes back and he apologizes because first off, he goes, I'm going to delete this one because it was a bridge too far and I was annoyed. The internet is forever, of course, but I think leaving it up sends a worse message than writing it to begin with. So this guy is a pussy and he pulls back. He can't even stand his ground. He has to delete the tweet because, for being all Mr. Self-Righteous social justice and all this other happy horse shit you want to feed us with a spoon, you don't have conviction. You don't have a backbone. And that is the problem at the core of all of this hypocrisy and entertainment. These people don't stand. Dion, the greatest thing you've ever said is, if you believe something, you got to believe it 100% of the time.
Exactly.
This dude clearly doesn't even believe it within a couple of hours. He deleted this shit and apologized by 3:06. So the whole timeline of this is from 12:50 to 3:06. Whoop-de-doo, dude. You have already... In that span of time, you have been able to ruin your brand for countless 10,000 people. So for all those 30 people with 30 followers, it might be 10,000 people. Adult Swim ain't that popular. You cut shows for budgetary reasons all the time. You're on at 2 a.m. Yeah, you're owned by Cartoon Network and you've had some great shows. I mean, you're responsible for bringing back Family Guy with the popularity. Rick and Morty's on there. All these great shows have come from Adult Swim. But guys, if you're a Rick and Morty fan, if you're a fan of Super Jail or Mr. Pickles or any of these weird shows or Too Many Cooks or any of this shit, these things have been permanently retired because of liars and hypocrites like Jason DeMarco, the senior vice president of Adult Swim. They're not in it for us. They're here to promote their agenda. And 2, they lie to the consumer. When we sign up for streaming services, are we not told we can get everything? You want to watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? You can watch every episode. If it makes you uncomfortable to deal with the episode where Will's dad's a piece of shit and leaves him, guess what? You have to watch it or you can skip it. You have that power. It ain't Warner Brothers' directive to take it out. But for some reason, they feel emboldened to take out this shit because it could be sensitive to some people right now. Kiss my ass.
Well, but and that's the whole thing is like, I've never understood that aspect. If you're mad at the show, it's like, back in the day, you had the remote for the reason you could change the channel. Like, we have more entertainment now than we've ever had in our entire lives. If you don't like something, don't fucking bitch about it. Change the goddamn channel.
Thank you. That's it. Just change the channel. There are other people.
Yeah, go watch old episodes of your favorite show. Fuck off, man. Quit complaining about this shit.
Go watch a Kirk Cameron film. If you're so offended by a joke, go watch Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas because that's
You know what? Ernest P. World movies are on all sorts of VOD stuff. Go watch one of those and be fucking happy, okay?
Like the third turd says, get all your favorite shows and movies on physical media, folks. Companies can't change or delete anything then. We're going to be talking about whatchamacallit in just a moment, a Marvel change that's pissing off a lot of people. So there's nothing that is a digital piece of entertainment that's safe. Hell, I even told you guys, listeners, there was an episode of a podcast that I used to listen to called Bloody Good Horror, where I sent them an email talking about how Men in Black had been censored on Netflix years ago. They cut out some of the language. So, I mean, all these places try this shit. Just stay vigilant. I'm not going to tell you to stay angry because that just perpetuates a bunch of bullshit. That's why I think here on this show we're able to have so much fun each and every week because we're not staying angry. We're staying vigilant. You can have fun and be vigilant. You can have that Hawkeye perspective about everything, but you don't need to be foaming at the mouth, clenching your fist, ready to start a fight. You know how you can beat all this SJW crap, if you want to use the phrase, or any of this bad entertainment? Be vigilant, beat them with facts, and put them in their place. Screaming into a void will get some attention to your cause, but once you get people in and listening, make sure that you have a lot of shit to talk about. That's why, I'm talking about Mulan, and I'm waiting because I have look at topics in the Mulan video are shit like cultural genocide, forced sterility. Why are those words being used in a video about a Disney property? Because the company got in bed with that kind of government. So I have to have facts and all this stuff. If I just screamed for an hour at you about some stuff because it made me mad and I didn't back up why I was mad, it would be a garbage video and we wouldn't be able to do what we've done for years at this level. So I think staying angry, ironically, from this guy is a stupid thing to say. I know you're trying to be funny and you want to throw it back at the fans and the trolls and all this other shit, but all you're doing is hurting your brand and you're hurting your fans, people that will pay for HBO Max, that will stay up at night to watch your show, that will buy your ugly ass t-shirts and merch. Folks, if you like Rick and Morty, go out and buy that shit on Blu-ray whenever it's on sale. Don't trust HBO Max and don't trust any streaming service with anything that's funny. Because everything is offensive.
You better get it now.
Yeah, and you know, Jeff has done hundreds and hundreds of videos with all the facts in them about all these topics. You can go back and watch them, and if you need to, share them with your friends. You know, make sure everybody knows about what we're doing. We're here to open your eyes to the hypocrisy of Hollywood.
Yeah, there's a lot of hypocrisy and stupidity in Hollywood. Now we're going to be talking about Marvel stuff tonight, folks, very heavily. Kendo, since you took the plunge and reported back to us with South Park, pick a number between 1 and 3.
2.
All right, then you picked the first Marvel topic that we're going to cover. Dion, be prepared; it might make you angry.
Oh boy,
we'll talk about this in just a moment. But I do want to give. Yeah, that's what you picked, buddy. I also want to give some proper respect, though, for our listeners who've been helping support the channel as fervently as they always do. Thank you to everybody. So our friend Dean Domino says, and also not sure if you heard this, Jeff, but the main character of One Piece's name is pronounced Luffy. Oh, well, then if I'm saying Luffy, then I stand corrected. Let me take a picture of that. One thing you will notice to plug the Mulan video again, the woman Lu Yafei or Lu Yafei or however I'm pronouncing it now, I might have messed it up. So always have an asterisk when Jeff tries to pronounce Chinese or Asian names. It's not ever out of spite that I dislike their language. It's just we don't really, those consonant sounds and certain things together aren't common here in English. So thank you, though, Dean Domino. Now, Scottski02's got a question. It says, Dion, if Lena Dunham looked like a horse, would you still smash? Oh, wait.
Yeah, he would.
No, if she looked like a fucking horse. I mean, come on now. The joke is fun, but be honest with yourself for 5 minutes. Look yourself in the mirror and give yourself the right answer. If she looked like a horse, come on.
I mean, she already looks like a whale.
Lighting can always be perfect.
She never is. Okay, so Josiah messed up Liu Kang's name. Okay, I can understand why that guy would get pushback for Liu Kang because Liu Kang is a big part of American pop culture and has been since 1992. I mean, if you played any Mortal Kombat game, they tell you how to pronounce that name. So it's Liu Kang, every game. It's just always been Liu Kang. Now, I'm just giving Josiah shit. I hung out with him one time, and he was a very nice guy. Like a lot of the other fandom ministers. Only hung out with him a few times, but had a nice, positive experience with all of them. So, come on, man. You know what, Josiah? You owe me a game of Mortal Kombat if we ever meet in person. You have to be Liu Kang. Zol has the super chat of the night so far. Johnny Depp. That debate was the worst thing I've ever experienced, and I was married to Amber Heard.
Damn.
Woo. Very fair. That's fair.
Leg Kick 1 says, did you watch the Marvel 616 trailer yet? I will watch it when I ask the guys about their this next segment coming up when Dion goes on his rant about Jamie Foxx playing Electro again. I'll watch it with my microphone off and we'll talk about it afterwards. Leg Kick 1. I'm pulling it up right now. Now, Emperor Billy Ritchie had another question for me. Jeff, did you see the new Lupin trailer? I have not, and I can't wait to see it, though. I love Lupin the Third with a passion, and 616. Oh, it's a TV series. Okay. And oh God. Okay. This might be, okay. I'll look into it in just a second. So, we're going to stop right there. Okay. One more from our friend, Dixon Sider. Zol, we're going to start with yours next time. He says, Dixon Sider says, laughter is the best medicine unless you have diarrhea.
Well, yeah. That might trigger it.
So, folks watching right now, and for those listening tomorrow, on the screen right now is Jamie Foxx in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Full transparency, he sucked in that movie, and for some reason, for some unknown reason, He's coming back. Now, if you're thinking this is some We Got It Covered or fucking Mike Zero rumor or any of these other bullshit rumors, no, this comes from the Hollywood Reporter. This is a real news story, and it just goes to show you that truth is stranger than fiction 9 times out of 10, especially this year. So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, pull the Band-Aid off.
before I read this, I want to say one thing. There must be a reason why trying to make a third Spider-Man film in a trilogy is always a bad idea. First off, the first time around with Spider-Man 3, you had the Sandman. I know most people want to blame Venom, but Venom, while a weak villain in the film, doesn't really ruin the 2 previous films. By introducing the Sandman as Uncle Ben's killer, you take away the journey that Peter Parker goes on, and ultimately, it really makes it ineffectual, which sucks. Then, when you get to the Amazing Spider-Man series, you don't even get to a third film because they shit the bed realistically in the first one, and they push forward to the second one that not many people really wanted. But that's where Jamie Foxx was. And so now we get to the Disney trilogy, the Tom Holland Spider-Man saga. Everyone loves to say it's the greatest film series in history because he's young and in high school. But if history has shown us, the movies are pretty good. He's good as Spider-Man. But the world that he inhabits is garbage and poorly represented on screen. And that's been my theory, or that's been my take since I saw Homecoming. And it goes to be perpetuated because Spider-Man 3, Jolt, Jamie Foxx returning as Electro. How is that for shocking? The next Spider-Man movie is getting a major jolt. Jamie Foxx, who played classic Spidey villain Electro in the Andrew Garfield starring Amazing Spider-Man 2, is in final talks to reprise his role for the latest Spider-Man installment, starring Tom Holland, and is being made by Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures. John Watts, the filmmaker behind Homecoming and last year's Spider-Man Far From Home, is in the director's chair for the third installment, which Sony has dated for December 17th of 2021. Although moviegoers now have come to expect release dates to change amid the coronavirus pandemic. And then it talks about how most of the supporting cast is coming back, including Zendaya and
God damn it.
Let's see. And Marissa Tomei. Cool. I was worried. If she wasn't coming back, I wasn't going to see the movie.
Well, nobody's going after Zendaya. That's for damn sure. So, you know.
Hopefully
That's
Spider-Man doesn't go after her either. Now, do me a favor. I'm going to watch this trailer for our friend Leg Kick. Dion, you like Jamie Foxx. You and I have liked Jamie Foxx for a long. I think we've all liked Jamie Foxx before he was playing Ray. I mean, he had his weird music. He also had his good music. He also was on In Living Color and all these great things.
I loved him on In Living Color.
Dude, Jamie Foxx was. Have you ever seen the dating game skit where he plays a woman and Jim Carrey's the host of the dating game?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, that was such a great skit. I watched it the other day. Again, shit you couldn't do because people would say it's racist and sexist and homophobic and all this other stuff. So, with that being said, Dion, guys, what do you think of Jamie Foxx as Electro, and what do you think of this news?
I'm super excited. Said fucking no one ever. I mean, he was, that whole Electro thing was so fucking dumb. Another example of Sony not being able to properly portray the fucking properties that they have, and especially ever since he won, since you brought up Ray, ever since he won that Academy Award, Jamie Foxx, every couple of years he does something where you're like, God damn it, man, just take your fucking ego out of the equation for a little bit. And him, like, he knows nobody fucking liked him as Electro. And him coming back, the dude's a mercenary, whatever. You're getting paid for a job, get that paper, boo boo. I'm not shitting on you for that. But come on, dude. Like what possibly can you do with Electro that is going to be better than what you did before? Because the other movie was fucking narrative garbage. It was so all over the place, and now you're gonna bring that back because you sure as hell aren't hearing it from fans saying, "Oh my God, he was the good part of Amazing Spider-Man 2." No one said that shit. So now they're probably gonna pull some more bullshit with him as Electro.
There wasn't any good parts of Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Exactly. So why bring that back, man? I mean, like,
if I could cut in for a minute, Leg Kick. That trailer is the worst thing I've ever seen. And I watched.
Yeah, I was watching that shit too, and I was like, "The fuck is this? Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah, we'll talk about this. I didn't mean to cut you off, be rude, but I couldn't hold my tongue. Great fucking creators. This is a trailer that is basically like if you think SJW Marvel is a myth, watch this trailer. This trailer is all about great. It's talking about telling great iconic comic book stories about the creators. They show a picture of Todd McFarlane artwork, but then they show some random black lady with a buzz cut. She didn't draw that shit. Todd McFarlane's too expensive for you. That's why his ass has a toy company, and you have a bunch of jabronis. I killed Spider-Man's girlfriend. Fuck you, Dan Slott. Fuck you. I would have thrown my fucking phone at the wall. I hate Marvel Comics on every tier. Your shows are gonna be garbage. Your movies haven't aged well. Now the books. What the fuck? What is there to look forward to from these people? I'm sorry. Go back to
fine. Yeah, definitely.
I'm so sorry.
Dion,
We'll
please continue.
Sorry. Oh.
God damn. Were you watching that trailer just now?
Yes, literally,
Yes,
just as I had
yes.
you muted so I could watch it. There's a reason why it has like 7,000 thumbs down. It's not loved. Yeah, it's got a lot more than up than down, but this is the cringiest shit I've ever seen. There you go, leg kick. There's your answer.
God damn, dude. God damn, man.
And by the way, one thing, when Marvel says to follow us here on news, to get more Marvel news, stay tuned to Tumblr. The first thing they advertise is their Tumblr. They're
No
a Tumblr
way.
comic book. Like,
Oh,
here's a fucking screenshot. I'll send it to you right now, dude. It's Tumblr. That's all this is. Tumblr's cancer, just like Twitter.
Jesus, man.
yeah.
God damn. Fucking Tumblr. Because that group of sensitive motherfuckers they're gonna show up in droves for that. Fucking Tumblr. Jesus.
Anyway, I
Christ.
apologize for being rude, Dion. Please continue. Let's eviscerate Jamie Foxx coming back to Amazing Spider-Man.
I mean, fuck, man. God, that's terrible fucking news too. I mean, listen, he should be focusing on fucking Spawn. I mean, there was nothing redeemable about fucking. Listen, Electro is the Tumblr of these fucking movies at this point. Like, I mean, that brings it full fucking circle. He is fucking Tumblr. You know, that stupid ass. It was just such a shitty take on Electro. No one wants it. No one wants it, and it's just dumb, dude. Like. You know, and clearly Jamie Foxx does shit for the money. It's like, dude, you can think about this shit. You don't have to do this again. You're probably gonna be Spawn. You're doing, you're not doing blockbusters. You're doing a lot of straight to DVD shit, and that's that's not nothing to turn your nose up at. But come on, dude, just because you want that fucking Marvel money, like you don't love this character, and you know that it was a fucking storytelling nightmare. Like, don't fucking do it. Just stop.
Sorry. Apparently in this trailer, there's a Birds of Prey poster. So even this fucking Marvel trailer is garbage. But no, to stick on topic, why would you ever think this was a good idea in the first place? Why would you go back to it after it failed? It's not like Jamie Foxx was the best part of a bad movie. It's not like the whole Ben Affleck as Batman thing. This guy was a joke in a terrible movie. He was compared to Jim Carrey as the Riddler in the most negative way possible.
Oh my god. Sony
really wants to destroy the Spider-Man IP. Oh my god. Stop.
I don't know why they want to do that. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, wouldn't you want to make it, as best you could, so when Marvel really wants it, they have to buy it for top dollar, not just like a few bucks behind the trash can. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're fucking up your own brand.
To your house before you put it on the market.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I'm really gonna increase the value here. Let's just start fucking spraying some gasoline on the walls and lighting matches and see what happens.
Yeah, it's the same shit. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't know what they're trying to do. And also, well, was it like it's a weird thing to ask, but I mean, I'm sure somebody asked him, like, do you want to play Electro again? And he's just like, yeah, I'll do it. Probably because of the paycheck. So I don't know whose fault it would be at that point. Like, for them asking him or for him accepting.
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, like I said, if he's purely doing it for the money, yeah, that's fine. Listen, get those money bags, man. That's fine. But I mean, there's got to be a better way to do it. Fucking Electro, dude. I mean, and how did they approach him? Like, dude, everyone really loved Electro. No, they didn't. Why are you reminding people of one of the worst fucking Spider-Man movies, let alone comic book movies? Why? Fucking.
To be fair, they probably approached him like this. They probably said, "Hey, Jamie, you want to make $20 million? Okay."
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. I
mean, I will never, ever, ever slight anybody for taking the money. If you can get it, get it. But it's like, don't say, "Oh, yeah, well, he really wanted to do it because his Electro was so well loved." It's like, no, he did it because
yeah, they're gonna shut up part two and be like, "Oh, the director, the writer, they didn't treat him right, and they didn't do a good job with him. So we're gonna do it right this time. We have a second chance, and we're gonna do it perfect this time, and it's gonna be awesome." No, it's not. It's gonna be just shitty as the last one. And even then, I once again, I know nothing about the comic book universe of Spider-Man. I don't know how crucial Electro is to the universe, or how big he is, or how small he is, or anything like that. Like, I have no frame of reference for Electro.
He's one of the earlier villains. He was created by Ditko. Was it issue 12 or 9. I don't remember the numbers exactly, but Electro's always been kind of like the Shocker, where he's kind of a joke villain. He robs a bank. He does this. Later on, there's been some more has been done with his character, and you could argue it's been better or worse. I mean, I think in the comics, they made Sandman and Rhino two of the best villains of Spider-Man's entire Spider-Man's rogues gallery. Like, they give you the Rhino goes off and gets married and has a wife, and he's very happy, and then something happens and she dies and he goes back to crime. They make it tragic. He had this new start on life. He was a free man, clean record, boom. And then I think something similar happened to Electro. I think he fell in love with some girl. Wait, no, that was the episode of Spectacular Spider-Man. Electro's always in like that top 15, top 10 Spider-Man villains, but you got to understand, like, there's like 5 amazingly strong and great villains. Like, you have Green Goblin, Doc Ock. I guess you could put Lizard in there too if you want, because he's complex with the Jekyll and Hyde dichotomy plus the Peter-Kurt Connors relationship. But Electro's just kind of a punch him out joke. I mean, even in the movie, some people have seen this movie. Sadly, I have. He's not that great. He's a joke, so there's nothing to do.
So they're pretty much bringing him back so they can have a villain to just kind of be one and done with, not to build a thing with, to have it to be like the villain kind of like, he like where Peter Parker would defeat the villain in the 3rd movie and he may come back in like a 4th or 5th or 6th if they ever do them. They're not trying to build anything for this character. They're trying to like, all right, good guy, bad guy, good guy kills bad guy, done, movie over. Like, they're trying to do that, it sounds like.
It sounds like Silver Mushroom says, I wonder if Jamie Foxx coming back is a diversity hire for the Oscar quotas.
It probably is. It
makes the most sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Dude, Kendo, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you have anything else you'd like to add to this?
This movie's gonna suck.
I think it bothers. All joking aside, it bothers me because even though I'm not the biggest Tom Holland fan, and I will not kiss that movie's ass like a lot of people because of it's got funny jokes in it. I will say that they're on this trajectory of mediocrity. They've been on a trajectory of mediocrity, and now they're on a trajectory of disappointment. Because anyone out there that says, you can't accurately judge this, you haven't seen the movie. I have seen Jamie Foxx play Electro fucking 6 years ago. What are we talking about? Back when Sacha Baron Cohen couldn't have made a Borat movie or whatever. But like, I've seen this happen. This is a rerun, if you will. What's a rerun? Find out. This is able to be criticized and scrutinized because we've all been here before. It'd be like here's a different thing too. If Jim Carrey were to come back and play the Riddler in another Batman film, it would not be a comparable. It wouldn't be comparable because 1995 Jim Carrey is not 2020 Jim Carrey. He has evolved as an actor, for better or for worse. Now, Jamie Foxx, early on, wasn't the same Jamie Foxx that, post-Ray Jamie Foxx is a very different beast than early in his career Jamie Foxx. And all we're getting is the same level of Jamie Foxx in this film. You can blame the script, you can blame the directors, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's an actor who has already reached his maximum potential in terms of marketability, quality on screen, everything. So Jamie Foxx from 6 years ago isn't any different. He's plateaued in a good way. You know what you're going to get. And if we already know what we're going to get, again, why be super excited?
Yeah, and what is he going to do that's different from the first one? Like, what is so redeemable to like, oh, this one went terribly last time, let's try it again. Like, what? Like, there's nothing redeemable about it. Why bring it back?
If they remake Amazing Spider-Man 2, but just with Tom Holland, it's gonna be really hilarious. I'm gonna be really pissed off. Like, if they just like fucking like face swap him or whatever, I'm like, what did you guys do right now? What the hell did you guys do right now? I would be like, if Jamie Foxx is the exact same character and like he does the whole thing, he's a nerdy dude, and he talks to Spider-Man once, and like, and all that shit happens in the movie, I'll be like, this seems familiar. Why are you doing this exactly the same way as the first one?
Yeah, dude. It's like, you guys could have saved a lot of time and money just by CGI and Holland into every scene that Garfield was in. You didn't have to reshoot the whole thing.
It's like, I'm looking through some of the comments about this announcement besides the comments in our chat tonight, and no one's excited for this.
No.
No, like, there was no one clamoring for that. Like, everyone, he was one of the worst parts of that fucking movie. I mean, him and Harry Osborn, they were fucking terrible. So I don't understand why Marvel would make this fucking decision again. Like, we've been here. We've done this already. What is the matter with you?
I I mean, I could tell you what's wrong with these places and these companies. Ineptitude is a good one. They're so worried about diversity over story. Now, I'm not look at Jamie Foxx is like a Denzel Washington or any other big actor. He's just a big actor. I don't care if he's black or white. He's an Oscar-winning actor. He's a household name. He's a quality guy. He's one of the best parts of Baby Driver. I mean, that guy was scary in that movie. So, like I said, all due respect to Jamie Foxx, but you cannot, turn chicken shit into chicken salad when you have a Sony Marvel joint Spider-Man production, because Spider-Man is the most contested in terms of rights superhero in history. I mean, Jesus, for decades, you couldn't get a Spider-Man movie made. You tried it with Canon Films, then you tried it with James Cameron, then it sat around and languished for 8 years until you had Tobey Maguire. And it's funny. Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi, Kirsten Dunst, and everyone in that movie is going to have the last laugh, because for everyone that wants to shit on those movies, time has been super kind to the first 2 Spider-Man films, and people remember those 2.
Even the third.
Yeah, that's true. That third one is looking better and better every day. Also, I mean, like I did enjoy the first one of Spider-Man: Homecoming only because of Michael Keaton and he was Vulture. That's the only reason I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
he played such a convincing, scary bad guy. I was like, "Fuck, dude, you really might murder me." Holy shit! He was so good, and that was the best part of it. Not Tom Holland. Not him sitting around being Spider-Man or whatever. Like, it was Michael Keaton being the bad guy. It was fucking great. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. He was fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a bad Michael Keaton anything.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He did so, like that was the highlight of that movie, was seeing him be the Vulture and get the costume going and figuring out, especially in that car scene where he figures out who he is. I'm just like, oh shit, like, and him cornering him in the car and everything, and talking to him real softly and just being like, listen, kid. I was like, this is scary as shit.
Yeah, man.
Terrifying, man. Best part of the movie, and it was nothing to do with Tom Holland.
So I don't expect this to be a groundbreaking film. I would like to be proven wrong. At the end of the day, just because we can criticize stuff and talk about it, which seems under a negative lens, we consider it a realistic lens. We're willing to give shit a fair shake. I have been impressed enough with the first 2 Tom Holland Spider-Man solo flicks that I will go see the third one. They haven't done anything so heinous, but I will give them one big positive before we move away from this. The way they ended Spider-Man Far From Home with J. Jonah Jameson was one of the most exciting moments I've felt in a long time from a Spider-Man flick. Probably since the second Spider-Man film, back when when MJ figures out a secret identity. I'm like, oh, yes, this is finally the moment. Like, yes. Again, there had been a narrative thread I was waiting for 2 years. This is the only thing that they've tied together nicely with Spider-Man. So hopefully, with J.K. Simmons coming back, you're going to have something really excellent. And there's one last piece of a little bit of hope out there for the Spider-Man fans out there. With this multiverse crap that's going on, who knows? We could do a multiverse Spider-Man picture and ignore the Tom Holland stuff. So there's always a backdoor out of everything and into it if you're a person. But anyway, moving on.
Also, Disney Plus. The best thing you can do, the best show you can do, is a J. Jonah Jameson Disney Plus show. Okay, I'm just saying. You put that on there, you get that going, you give me a trailer, I'm there. I'll buy the service. I'll spend the money. I'll do it. But you got to be smart about it and make it good first.
Yeah.
The J. Jonah Jameson meme is the best thing to come out of WAC.
I know. Yeah, dude. That guy's fucking awesome.
You know what? They realized that no one else could play him, so they brought him back.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but like, I didn't even have to bring up the race swapping thing with Electro. Like, you could get anybody to play Electro. Shit, Jim Carrey should play Electro. Fuck it. He's not even the same actor as he used to.
Right.
So now, coming up next, folks, we are going to talk about another Spider-Man topic. It's a short one because we want to talk about Miss Marvel and the future of the MCU. Some have called it the MCU, and it's funny how each and every day people in the fandom menace are being proven right because you guys are so negative and mean. No, we just concede through bullshit. So if you think Marvel is on this great trajectory post-Endgame, I got a bridge to sell you in Manhattan. So... Let me read a few more of the super chats. I want to thank everybody who's been helping out tonight. So first off, Dixon Sider, we did read his. Zol says, thoughts on the live-action Lion King sequel? I think it's dumb, Zol. Personally, I think that touting a black director for the Lion King means absolutely nothing, as they're fictional lions. You don't just because they live in Africa. Look, Mufasa and Simba are as much African as Charlize Theron is. So she's white. You don't have to. Lions don't have to have black voices. Jonathan Taylor Thomas has as much to add to Simba and Matthew Broderick than whoever the hell played him in the new version. This whole we're going to cast appropriately. They're fucking cats. You know what? Gilbert Gottfried's not a bird, but he voiced Iago. Rowan Atkinson was Zazu in the original Lion King. Guess what? He was white, British, fucking super white. So this whole narrative of we got to make sure that we're culturally sensitive to the Lion King. Listen, Disney, you need to stay out of other countries and talking about being culturally sensitive because you just put out a film where you thank a government that sterilizes Muslim women in China. Kiss my ass. Get off your moral high ground. You don't have it anymore. I'm sorry. Anyway, Nick, thoughts on the Lion King sequel?
Yeah, man. I'm with you. I'm with you, dog. Yeah, that's well, it sucks. It's not good. We'll just go with that. You said a lot of things there, and I got confused.
I'm so sorry. Okay. So full transparency.
You've been working. You need to take a day. You need to take a day, a break from that Milan video for like a day, and then come back to it. Like breathe, watch Back to the Future, eat some edibles, chill the fuck out, and then go back to it.
You are not wrong because, and I'm not trying to, this is not me patting myself on the back, but I haven't been sleeping much this week because we've been ramping up production with the books. We've been sending out a couple, I think 200 on Mondays and Fridays. So we're really getting this shit out there, and I'm touching every book, signing every book, taking care of business, making videos, not sleeping very much. So my mind has been wandering, and I drink a ton of coffee to stay awake right now. Like I crash hard at night, but I drink a bunch of coffee to stay up. So starting tomorrow, I'm taking time off. I ain't doing shit. I'm sleeping in Saturday morning. So if you need me, don't. I'll be back on Monday.
Deal.
Now, Dion, you have a family. Lion King live action. Did you take your family to see it, and would you take them to see part 2?
Yes, the first one we did all go and see it. And will we take them to see the second one? No, because my fucking kids didn't give a shit about it. You know, the first one we saw, they was like, oh, cool, cats. And then the second one, they haven't fucking thought about that shit since we went and seen the first one. There's no way in hell it sure as shit ain't gonna be worth $50. I'll tell you that shit right now. And that damn sure ain't gonna be worth, you know, a pair of little boys who immediately forgot about the shit when we walked out the fucking theater. So, and it's clearly, you know, it's them trying to keep that property relevant. You know, they obviously want to have the live action Disney movies be held in the same regard as the animated ones. But this ain't how you do it, Chief. It sure as hell ain't how you do it because, one, you know, kids don't give a shit if the director's black, you know, and you have to make the movie good for the kids to like it, and the movie wasn't that fucking good. And then obviously you were doing shit to get the parents to come and see it, which is why, you know, oh, now we've got a black director for the second one. You know, that's for the adults, but again, you know, don't fucking care. I mean, obviously I see the business part of you being able to say, hey, we had this $1 billion movie and it was a black person that did it. See, we love black people. We love minorities. We're Disney. All the while, you know, Disney, outside of being active on fucking Twitter for the bullshit, don't do a whole lot. Not to mention the fact, you know, you had a black dude in one of the biggest franchises of all time and you shrunk his ass down because China got pissed. So you having a black director for an animated fucking movie isn't gonna make people forget that shit. It sure shit ain't gonna make things better between you and Yeah Boyega, and it damn sure ain't gonna bring my black ass to the theater to come and watch the fucking sequel. I can tell you that.
Yeah, while we're talking about Disney and their live action, by the way, first off, I think it was Art Vanderlake does issue a correction, and we would stand corrected. It's a CGI movie, so technically not live action, but meant to look live action. So even there, we're confused. Look, most of Disney's live action remakes are 90% CGI anyway. But you are correct, Art. So we did want to, you know, put that out there because it is a CGI. Look, they didn't get lions to act; they got computers to compute. So whatever. But, but this lady on the screen, you're talking about all this Disney crap. This is the new Tinkerbell.
Jesus, yeah. I heard about that too,
right?
Which is, you know.
Well, look, this comes from Oprah magazine. Clearly, that's actually, the thing is, Oprah magazine would probably be a reputable source because I don't think they'd publish lies. I just think they publish stupid opinions. So,
that'd be it.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, Disney, this isn't going to work well for you because here's my problem. I don't know if I want to make a video on this because I don't care enough. But do you remember a couple years ago when Disney did all those live action Tinkerbell, or not live action, those animated Tinkerbell movies? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Because Tinkerbell's an established character. Little girls across the world have liked her. Okay, there's the Tinkerbell movie from 2008, Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure in 2009, Tinkerbell and the Great Family Rescue in 2010, Tinkerbell Pixie Hollow Games, The Secret of Wings, and The Pirate Fairy, as well as Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Never Beast. So there's a Tinkerbell film series. It is a direct-to-video computer animated fantasy film series. It's been successful for a long time. What are you doing to your brand? Just because you want to be progressive, you're going to take one of your iconic characters. Iconic is not an understatement. Tinkerbell is a huge part of the Peter Pan mythos, and Disney's Tinkerbell is probably the most well-known version out. Actually, next would come Julia Roberts, probably.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, there are 6 of these films from 2008 to 2014, and they were all a huge success. What are they doing with this? This is as stupid and asinine as making Ariel black. Disney, you trying to be progressive, all you're doing is when people say, oh, they screwed over my childhood, people want to go back and enjoy these things. You know, there's a reason why we watch Angels in the Outfield, because it's a feel-good movie. Oh, it happens to be diverse by today's standards, but that doesn't matter. It's a good story. You had a natural story. Danny Glover adopted Joseph Gordon-Levitt and JP doesn't make it a progressive SJW movie. It just makes it a good story about a family, no matter where you come from, your walk of life. But every time they do something like this, it reeks of inauthenticity or just dishonest with it all. So it really bothers me that they keep pushing this. They're never going to stop.
Well, not only that, but it's like, again, being disingenuous. You know, they didn't make animated Tinkerbell black. You know, they're doing it in the fucking movie. Like, if you really truly believed in it as hard as you are pretending to believe in it, you're gonna go with the thing that people recognize. A live action movie, when it doesn't do well, or maybe it does do well, you know, it you can just say, oh, it's live action. But if you were truly trying to be this progressive person, you'd either A, you would just make a Princess and the Frog live action movie, or B, you change animated Tinkerbell to being a different color, which you're not going to do because it's an established fucking character. So you're doing this experimental bullshit to try and, again, portray yourself as this progressive fucking media. And again, I'm not... you know, the last few years, if anything, you know, Tilda Swinton is the Ancient One, shit like that. Like, I'm open to it, but they didn't. You being so quick to say, "Hey, we got a new Tinkerbell and she's black, guys," instead of just saying, "Hey, we had a lot of actresses come in, and this is our new Tinkerbell," and you know, and then not mentioning that she's black, but mentioning it as, "Hey, she got the part because we think she could be a good Tinkerbell," instead of saying, "Hey, look at our new black Tinkerbell. Hey, look, guys, did you notice that she's black? She's a kind of a great actress, but did you notice that she's black?" That's when it comes off as motherfucking disingenuous. Like, it's so easy to say it, and people want to say, "Oh, well, you can't tell when they don't look at." Yes, you can tell. The way that the news is put out there in terms of how we found this person to be this character is a lot different when it's, "Hey, look, it's a specific person who looks like this," as opposed to, "Hey, we had a shit ton of people come in and this person won it legitimately." You know what I'm saying? That's way fucking different. You know, people would swallow this shit a lot better if it wasn't so goddamn ham-fisted. Like, fucking, look, you know, when you start the article, "Hey, our next Tinkerbell is black," that's so fucking backhanded. Like, okay, why can't you just say we found our new Tinkerbell? Like, it's so fucking backhanded.
You know, I was going to say, it's the greatest irony of the SJW movement and the progressivism of all that stuff, that the whole concept of being post-racial and not seeing any of that stuff is to say we pick people based on ability and character, but instead it's always like we qualify you based on your skin color. It's like, no, that's not how it's supposed to work. That's not supposed to be anything that's taken into consideration when either giving somebody the job or putting them out front and center. That's kind of going against the whole idea of what, you know, they were all talking about 50 years ago.
Yeah, and this is the same thing as them saying, you know, oh, their new director for Captain Marvel's black. I was like, that's cool, but she's the fourth one. You had 3 others before her, and somehow you didn't pick the black female director first.
Exactly.
Like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, there's that too.
Exactly. Like that. It's you can't be like, "Oh, look how much we care when we made Tinkerbell black," but you're not gonna fucking you didn't pick the black Captain Marvel. Like what? Like it's again, like Kendall said it perfectly. Like if that's the qualifier, that undoes the reason you're fucking doing it. It's a lot different when you say, "Hey, we went out and talked to a bunch of actresses and actors, and a lot of them were white and black, da 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 da. But this is the person we came to because they won us over." That's a much better fucking message than, "Hey, yeah, we need to have a black Tinkerbell, so that's where we're starting." It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like that's just so. Oh my god, it's just fucking so disingenuous. It's so fucking backhanded. Like you're not undoing anything by starting off. Okay, let's make sure we pick somebody of color. It's like, dude, fucking if people can fucking tell. People can fucking tell, and especially if it comes out and she's bad. Like holy shit! So now who did you miss out on to make this fucking bad Tinkerbell? To make this bad fucking movie?
Or even worse, if she's preachy. Then it'd be
exactly
even worse. It's like I'm different. I'm the different Tinkerbell for this reason. I'm you know.
What if they make her a sappy Tinkerbell? It's like, oh, good job, way to go.
Look, there's a lot of stupidity to come tonight, so we'll just move on from Tinkerbell. You guys cool with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Our Fred Klustork says, update on the job search. Didn't hear back from the interview, but down, but still searching. Party boob! Baba booey, Baba booey!
Keep your head up, man.
You know
Sometimes
what?
it takes them a while to call you back,
for them
dude.
anyway.
Listen, it might take them a while to call back. Don't get discouraged just yet, brother, man. You got this, dude. They might fucking call you back 2 weeks later. Don't worry, man. Don't disqualify yourself, brother. You got this shit.
And let us know, man. Keep us up to date with your stuff. So we definitely want to know, dude. But yeah, man, just keep your head high up and party boob for life, bro.
Fucking Rokons. I love Rokons.
I do too. That guy's hilarious. Drake is 6 says Gary at Nerdrotic hated the episode, the South Park one. Claims that South Park team sold / wimped out and will be releasing a video. Gary claims there was only one edgy / funny scene. Kendo, as you're the only person that has seen it, do you care to rebut that?
That's his opinion. He can have whatever opinion about it he wants.
Fair enough.
I don't agree with it.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of what we do. We don't have to agree with each other. We just we all want better entertainment. That's all it is.
Oh God, yes.
Let's see. We have TLJ Screwjob says Dion is one to talk. He likes Dark Fate. Yeah, Dion, battle line's drawn, bro.
Yeah, we already covered that, TLJ. You traitor son of a bitch.
Yeah. Barney the Spaceosaurus woke Reek says, don't be surprised if Sonic gets nominated for multiple Razzies and that Netflix shit movie for multiple Academy Awards, including Best Picture.
Okay, which Netflix shit movie? Because there are 3 there.
Yeah.
Well, the one that we refuse to even say its name anymore.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys hear John
Gotcha.
Campia trying to take the fucking moral high ground about people that haven't seen the film aren't able to critique it, yet he hasn't seen it.
Okay,
so
all right. We get this a fucking lot, and it pisses me off to no end when people say that. It's like, you watch a trailer, you don't like it. It's like, motherfucker, I know who the director is, I know who the actors are, I know what company's making it, I know what it's about. How am I not going to fucking judge it as soon as the trailer comes out? The trailer is there for you to judge if you want to see it or not. That is the point of a fucking trailer, is to judge it. Regardless of what you think, regardless of what we say. Damn it, Kendo.
I've never been in...
Trying to do a think here.
Yeah, go, damn it, go.
Yeah, damn it, fuck me up. Anyways, yeah, the trailer is there for you know, to get your money, to get you interested, to get you wanting to talking about it, so you can give them your fucking money. That's what it's there for. Everybody who ever says, "Oh, you can't judge it by the trailer," is living in a weird fucking fantasy world where they've never seen trailers before and they just go to the movie on a whim on at 9:30 on a Friday and just go watch whatever is playing at that time. Is that what they do? Because the last thing, I mean, everybody talks about these trailers. You share them in groups and friends and Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and like, oh, this movie looks great, we should go watch it. Oh, this is a comic movie, we should go watch it. Oh, this is a horror movie, we should go watch it. You watch a trailer, you're interested, you tell your friends, you wait for it to come out, and you go watch it. That's how that shit happens. Okay, you're already judging it by watching the trailer. So I don't know where this fucking idea is where people all of a sudden are saying, oh, you can't judge it by the trailer. It's fucking retarded.
And nobody says that shit when it's a great trailer and it fucking saves the public perception of a movie. You know, no one's going to say, you know, no one's going to be like, oh, dude, oh, fuck. Don't critique Batman 89 because of the trailer. You know, it was the fucking trailer that helped save the goddamn movie because everyone was pissed that Michael Keaton got cast as Batman. So, you know, it's funny how, you know, they always move the fucking goalposts when it comes to that shit. Don't judge it because of the trailer, but you're not saying that when it's a great fucking trailer.
Like, yeah, exactly.
When everybody likes it, it's okay to talk about it.
Yep, exactly.
Oh yeah. When a Star Wars trailer comes out, everybody's like clapping their hands and being like, "Oh, bravo! Yeah, it's a good movie. We'll go watch it." Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you honestly? I want anyone out there to look me in the eye and say you saw the Last Jedi, the Rise of Skywalker trailer, and you thought it was a good trailer. We were there at Star Wars Celebration. That room. Look at folks, when you're a part of something big, like I always use that example. The first time I saw the Avengers, that theater, we were all on that same journey together. You know, when there was a shocking moment, we were all shocked. You could suck the air out of the room. It was, you could cut the tension with a knife at times. We were all there at Celebration watching that Star Wars trailer, and I'd say most people just kind of looked at each other and went, eh. And then they said, and then you heard the Emperor go again, and then they played it again, and everyone went about their business. People were more focused on their cosplay and their own shit than they were this new trailer. So,
yeah. Also, we have 860 people watching. Can we get 860 thumbs up, please?
yeah.
No, 1,000.
I'd love 1,000.
Yeah. If we get to 1,000, I'll make a special announcement. So tell everybody.
Yeah.
Woo. So, let's see. What else did we have from our listeners? We also had our friend Culture Casino that sends in a super chat sticker of unicorn. Thank you very much. Barney the Space Source Woke Reek says, speaking of Adult Swim, are they aware of what Toonami said about BLM? Look it up. I did. I don't really want to make a video on every little specific thing because look at a lot of these things. I think the secret to whatever this movement is in entertainment, you let them bury their own self. You let them bury themselves, dig their own graves is what I was trying to say. Give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. And every other cliche I can think of. This trend will die out and burn out quickly. These episodes that are permanently banned will eventually come back one day, and they'll sit and tell you about how, now it's the complete saga of this and that. It's all a bunch of crap. But I did hear about that, Barney, and I had no way of... I don't want to just do a video on everything. I'm not that guy. I don't have that much anger. Dean Domino says, I think the BLM is a reference to the Toonami bit where they talked about it and how people are racist, especially if they think they aren't. Yeah, again, to me, it's not Cartoon Network's place for that.
No,
that is
be entertaining. Don't be informative. That's for the news. And even then, they don't do a good job either. So.
Right.
Just be entertaining, all right? Yeah. Just fucking entertain us. That's it.
Adam Wofford says, be careful when screaming or staring into the void because the void will answer back. Lena Dunham is a horse. Just a fat one. That's spelled with a PH, by the way. So
a lot of horse.
That's a lot.
Going a little hard in the paint there, goddamn.
Shout out to our buddy Joseph Bianowitz in the chat. TLJ Screwjob says, Ryan Johnson, worst debate I've ever seen, and I made The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. And then for now, our friend Logan Michael, we haven't heard from him in a hot minute. He says, sure, Dion watched Dark Fate many times, but at least he didn't watch Terminator 3.
Listen, it was 2003. I made a mistake. I accidentally watched that fucking movie.
Dude, I saw it in a drive-in with Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. I made an even bigger mistake.
Damn. Oh, talk about a fucking letdown.
That's a bad evening.
Talk about a fucking letdown.
Dude, it was 17 years ago, and I still regret it.
Jesus, dude. God. I remember people were so excited for Terminator 3. What we know, beginning of the fall.
Yeah. Just like with Marvel right now. So, first off, this is just a quick topic I wanted to cover because a lot of people have asked us to talk about it. Spider-Man. As you guys know, Spider-Man is a very sacred character to me, a very important property, and I have gone on record saying how great the most recent Spider-Man game for PS4 was. I honestly, if you're saying, Jeff, what would you score out of 10? I'm going to go full 10. That's one of the last games that I 100%ed.
Uh-oh. You said was.
Yeah, was. Okay, so it's so weird that we live in a world where, like Nintendo has done it right the whole time, where, yeah, their characters might seem, family friendly and this and that, but they're their characters. Video games these days have gone down a path I don't like, where they cast actors to play video game characters. It almost takes out that originality and creativity. So a lot of people were very happy with the actor who played Spider-Man in the game. I guess there's a different voice actor and a different face model, but they've changed the face model, and a lot of people are pissed off. Okay, so on the right is the original model in the green shirt, and over here on the left is a younger, more Tom Holland-looking Spider-Man. I don't know why this happened. When you remaster a game, you don't tend to replace the main character. So, again, if you own a digital version of this game, they might go back and change it. I don't know how it's going to work. But remember, folks, the remaster and all this Miles Morales shit is coming to PlayStation 4. So for those out there that wanted us to cover this topic, it's kind of weird that Marvel is doing this and switching up an actor mid-game. Like, this game's only 2 years old. Why would you do this?
Yeah, that pissed me off too. I and again, I fucking loved the PS4. That again, I'd say it's a 10 too. I fucking love that game. I'm definitely going back to it. Again, fucking fucking Marvel, loving the taste of that shotgun barrel. It's just like I don't understand the thought process behind that. And again, maybe it is as simple as them wanting to just get as close to Tom Holland as possible. But one of the great things about the 2018 Spider-Man was how it was a little different. He didn't look like Tom Holland. It was, at the time, rumored to be its own Marvel video game universe kickoff.
Which it was, technically, because
Right.
that Spider-Man appears in the Avengers game.
Yep.
And I think it ties into this, but that game's a mess too.
Yeah. So I this is another fucking fumble by fucking Marvel's now at this point now the fucking video game division. So because it's Activision and who else does Spider-Man?
The Spider-Man game wasn't Activision. It was fucking they did not Infinity War. They do Call of Duty. It's the people that do Insomnia, right? Isn't that who did it?
Yeah. Insomnia. Yep. Fucking Insomnia, dude. I don't get it. I don't know why you changed that. Obviously, people loved that Spider-Man. And again, it's gonna it's gonna take you out of the continuity because the fucking main story ends with him realizing that Miles has the fucking spider powers. So it's like, now it's gonna be a different looking dude. Come on, man. It's most likely gonna be a different voice actor. I'm assuming since they making him look fucking weird. So it's like, come on.
The only thing the biggest complaint I have, honestly, is to make him younger, but he has a weird romance with Black Cat. So having, like, the Spectacular Spider-Man did it so much better because he was a young Spider-Man in high school dealing with the Black Cat. So timeline, that doesn't work. But they made the romance like she was using him. It wasn't like she's in love with a young teenager. It's so weird when you try to make Spider-Man so young to appeal to, I don't know who it appeals to, because as a kid, we all loved Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man, not Spider-Boy. We're there to see the struggles. I think he's so much more relatable when he's not in perpetuity of a.
It is the same voice actor. God damn it, that's so. Oh my god. Well, thanks, General, for pointing that out. But yeah, and we said that when fucking Homecoming came out. One of the reasons why we love, and obviously Jeff fucking loves Spider-Man, but one of the reasons why he's one of my fucking favorites is it's the fucking journey. He's he's obviously young, and then as he grows, Spider-Man grows with him. You don't fucking necessarily care about the journeys of a fucking teenager because that's not who he's going to fucking be. That's not, as a person, you're a different person from when you're a fucking teenager. So to harp on an era of Spider-Man's life that he isn't even going to recognize himself, if you're taking it from the terms of the character, it's just so fucking short-sighted. And obviously they're doing it because they want fucking kids to like it, and I understand that. But again, there's a reason why Ultimate Spider-Man wasn't successful. That's part of it. We don't give a shit about high school, and it's just so fucking.
And for the record, folks, Dion's talking about the cartoon, not the comic books. For anyone that's going to listen to this in the future, the Ultimate Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley was one of the best series runs ever. It's about the show, which is one part Family Guy, one part Star Wars, and all parts terrible. So I just want to throw that out there before anyone wants to add us later. But is there anything else you guys want to add to this? I'm not really. The next topic is more important to me, but again, I told people we'd cover it here on the show, and it does fit with Marvel. So, anything else you guys want to add?
Nah,
man.
All right. So, now this is the one that has caught my eye this week because, folks, we talk about excuses in entertainment all the time. We talk about how they'll prop up minority actors and stuff in these big prominent roles, so you can't critique a movie or else you're a racist, or if a woman's in the lead you're a sexist. It's monotonous and tiring. Listen to me talk about it. But we strap in and get ready for the next wave of this crap, because Marvel is starting their phase 4 this way. So right here on the screen is the new actor for Miss Marvel, aka Kamala Khan. I don't know this actress at all. I have no my comments and complaints and criticism aren't really from her casting. It's the fact that Miss Marvel is what Marvel's running with. It's trying to take a character that's not popular and making it popular. Now, before we get into this stuff, I wanted to tell you I looked into it. So Miss Marvel debuted with her own title in 2014. She first debuted in Captain Marvel, I think it was number 13 or something in 2013. But I went into the Comic-Con, which is the place that lists the comic book sales for each specific year. So right here on Comic-Con, I typed in 2014, and for the trade paperback, aka graphic novel sales, on a scale or on between number 1 and number 250, where do you think Miss Marvel falls?
Between 1 and what?
249.
Yeah, I was gonna say 248.
250.
250?
Yep.
Okay. Let's up the number. Between 1 and 750.
749.
Yeah, I'm. It's gonna be close to the fucking bottom.
How about between 1 and 1,000?
1,000.
999.
I'd say the only one that people give less a shit about is probably Squirrel Girl.
Would you believe me
Yeah.
if she doesn't appear anywhere in the top 1,000 trade paperbacks
What?
for an initial year?
What?
I 100%
Yes, I would
fucking
believe
believe you.
That is
absolutely.
Oh my god! And they're this is the same shit with fucking Captain Marvel. The same bullshit. Same bullshit. Character nobody cares about, nobody wants. They're trying to push diversity on everybody. Why?
Now, if we move it to 2015 to give her the benefit of the doubt, maybe her first year she wasn't popular. Well, she doesn't appear in the top. Hold on, God, this one goes all the way down. Fine, she doesn't even appear in the next year's top 300. I'm not going to spend this entire show looking specifically for her book. I mean, hell, even when you go to the single issue, she's nowhere in the top 300 as well. This character that Marvel is pushing forward with, I don't care about the politics right this second. All I'm going with is why push a character that is not popular? What is a good business answer for that, guys?
Because you don't like
we
your
look good on
business.
Twitter.
Basically, yeah.
It's
That's
I just and even seeing her in Ultimate Alliance 3 pissed me off. Like, it's just,
Dude, they lied to you and all of us. The new Avengers game is a fucking vehicle for this character. This new $60 game made by Square Enix, a legendary developer who has had some stinkers, but overall, I mean, come on, it's Square Enix. Even they duped us, because last year, when I was, like everybody else, caught off guard by the ugly models of the Avengers, the whole narrative was you're playing as the Avengers. Now, this year, with release, behind us now, it's a Miss Marvel game. It's a low-key, the infiltration of Miss Marvel across the entire Marvel brand is not only offensive, but it's short-sighted, because you are putting all of your eggs in a basket that no one cares about. We can, look, if you want to go and make it about male or female or any skin color, that's fine. Right now, all I want to make it as, why adapt the worst thing ever? There's a reason why DC makes Superman and Batman movies and Wonder Woman movies and not Booster Gold. Because Booster Gold's a broke-dick character that only Joe loves. So out of all the characters that Marvel has access to, these all new, all different shit that is just garbage the entire time, they have not created a great new character in decades. I would honestly argue Deadpool is the last great Marvel character created, and it's been almost 30 years.
I mean, you're not wrong, dude. And it's just, and again, I don't mind her being cast, but to make her it's like knowing a person in real life. If you're writing someone where their entire personality is based on, their where they're from and what they look like and all that person becomes stale very quickly, because you don't, once that's the only thing that they talk about, you have nothing else of interest to want to discover about that person. Obviously, it's a part of a character. It provides you with a different perspective, sure. But she's written horribly. Captain Marvel overall is written horribly. I think that's the disconnect is people forget you would not want to hang out with a real person if they acted like this. What the fuck makes you think someone's going to want to spend their money buying things regarding their life? That it doesn't work when you don't have a fucking a solid foundation for a character, and the only thing you can think about is, well, this person is this race, and they bring it up in every fucking panel. It becomes incredibly shallow. You can't go any deeper. That's supposed to be something that comes out after time that people can talk about. If it's the first fucking thing, I don't need to know anything more about you. You won't shut the fuck up. You tell me everything about you from the fucking jump. I don't need to know shit about you. And it's just frustrating when not only are they written poorly, but when they're in the video games and the movies, they're written the same way. If the books ain't selling, why are you writing the fucking movie and the video game characters the same way? It doesn't make fucking sense.
Dude, there's a reason why we talk about Spider-Man with the same amount of passion that we do any other great character, and the character's nearly 60 years old.
Yes.
These Marvel characters aren't going to last till the end of the decade. Fuck, 5 years from now, Marvel Comics may not even be a thing the way it is. Disney is losing money all the time. People say, oh, they're Disney. They're fucking safe forever. They just lost $150 million on Mulan. They just furloughed or fired 28,000 more employees because of their theme park business being in the toilet because of the virus. You know what? They have made historically great decisions, but now's the time where everything is starting to compound on them negatively. And as a listener of this channel, you might take pleasure in it. I'll tell you, as the guy that runs this channel, I enjoy watching Disney, take a couple L's because they're riding this high, and that is why they do this shit, Disney, because they feel bulletproof. When people think they're bulletproof, they act as if so. Sometimes it takes a slug to the chest to get you to be realize that you're not. You can be taken down a bit. And that's, like I said, folks, I don't have any criticism of this girl. I've never seen her act. I just think Miss Marvel is a bad choice, a bad character to bring the Marvel brand to the next logical point, because it won't get anywhere.
Yeah. And once again, if this girl's getting paid a lot of money, get your money. Do it. Make sure that paycheck clears. Do the work. Whatever. Understand that. No problem. Nothing against you. The thing is that if you're bringing to light a character that nobody likes and that isn't very popular, why are you bringing a nobody to the game? Wouldn't you want to bring a name to it and then be like, oh, this person that you kind of know is doing this really cool thing, instead of bringing a nobody to the game to a character that nobody likes? It's too negative. Like, that doesn't. I don't think that's gonna work. Like, it's a weird thing they're doing. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like Donkeysaurus Rex says, go back, like really old stories from ancient times, Hero with a Thousand Faces stuff. Tons of adult characters next to no kids. Why? Adults want stories about adults. Kids want to be adults. We did. The X-Men show is the greatest representation of those characters. And guess what? They were all in their late 20s to early 30s, and Jubilee was the only kid. I would much rather watch a film about grown-up Wolverine than, oh, he's the young-looking guy hanging out with this new superhero team. Like, look, folks, it's not the 60s. Being a teenager is not cool or hip anymore. It's just a part of life that we all live through and are very thankful when it's over.
Yeah, I mean, look at Logan. Logan was fucking amazing, and that was dark as shit.
Right, because the kid in the movie, and again, everyone laughs, but yeah, that was the part I liked the least. I would have liked an adult X-23, but the reason people liked was because she was fucking cutting dudes' fucking hands off. Mm-hmm. She's doing adult shit, and the Jubilee thing is a perfect fucking example, because even as much as we love the fucking cartoon, everyone fucking hated Jubilee. As adults, we joke about that to this day. Yeah. She's fucking annoying and useless because she's a fucking kid. And
the mall baby chili fries?
Yeah, fuck, man. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, kids, like, if they're your kids, you love them. And everyone loves, being around kids. They say silly shit, and that's fine. But they don't bring anything to the conversation. They're fucking kids. Like, we don't care about knowing everything about their lives because they ain't nothing to know. They're fucking kids. So this crazy need to keep things, it's got to be a kid thing. There's a reason why so many young adult things fucking fail. Like this, Disney just did Artemis, the Artemis Fowl thing. It was a fucking failure.
Oh yeah.
Mulan, we're going to talk about that next. $150 million failure.
God damn, dude. $150 million. Jesus.
That's how big that company is. You can throw $150 million down a damn toilet and not bat an eyelash and then announce crap like this. And
that's really shitty. They basically flush $150 million down the toilet, but they couldn't pay their 28,000 employees. Like that's really shitty.
Mm-hmm.
That's super shitty.
Like when a solo guy like Ethan is outselling every book, hell, even to our own, we'll pat ourselves in the back for a second. When we released Stealing Solo, it outsold the Captain Marvel trade paperback of the same month. So, I mean, me, an unknown guy, we can do better numbers than Marvel books. Holy hell. How far has your brand fallen? Books used to get canceled at under 100,000. Books today can barely get 50,000. Oh, comic books aren't irrelevant. Kids have TV and this, that. Guess what? Kids were reading comics, then adults read comics, but you turned off the adults because you wanted to put younger Spider-Man. Don't worry about who buys your books. Just be happy that people do buy your books. Mm-hmm. When we relaunch this up, I don't care if we sold 20,000 copies to the Youth Coast Guard Auxiliary. I don't give a shit. It said we sold 20,000 copies. Holy shit. So this whole trying to build your audience by who you agree with ideologically is so dumb. Go watch this show, listen to the chat, or listen to the show, read the chat. Not everybody agrees with us ideologically on topics. It doesn't matter. I'm glad everyone's here. I don't give a shit if you agree with everything I say or anything I say. Point is, we're lucky to have the audience. So is Marvel.
Yeah, dude. It's just this self-sabotage. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird, and don't get me wrong. Marvel's not the only one. The WWE is in a rough spot because they were doing the same fucking thing. I mean, it's one of the kickoffs to the Attitude Era was this fucking desire to try and bring kids in. But it's it never works. Everyone's so fucking surprised. Surprise Pikachu face when shit doesn't work out. And it's god damn, dude. Like you're not gonna do something different that's gonna turn that ship around. What you're doing now is not going to be different than what hundreds of dumb executives over the course of our fucking lives has tried over and over and over again. It's just not fucking worth it. It's not worth it.
You know what? I know a way we can advertise our comic to the left to really get them to love it and to buy it.
How so?
POCs kidnap old white man.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That's how you do.
Yeah.
Technically, it was just there was only two of us. That
quiet, Kendo.
Man.
Just be quiet. Just be quiet.
Okay.
You're Puerto Rican. It's fine. It's okay.
Arturo,
I'm a Puerto Rican guy.
To the chat, like Arturo, I acknowledge that this is social engineering. I use the phrase all the time. I was just the next step I was trying to get to. It's realistically, that's what they're doing with their products. It's trying to make you think a certain way. Old Marvel books just wanted you to think. Stan Lee would lay out a scenario in the X-Men, and it's a thinly veiled or sometimes a really well-veiled allegory for racism or anti-Semitism or something, or the AIDS crisis in the 80s. There was that whole storyline with Storm and that dude with the mustache. Like, there was really great, empowering, impactful storytelling. But it was left up to the reader to decide it, to talk about it, to figure it out. All of a sudden, over the last few years, it's just been about getting you to think a certain way, to vote a certain way, to do a certain thing. I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on. If you can't see what Disney stuff does these days, I think you're either blind or you ignore it intentionally. Because there's so much going on the way they handle this stuff. And it's very transparent, but this is where Disney's smart. Nintendo is in the same boat, but Nintendo has proven themselves to be, I don't want to say more virtuous, but I want to say like this, a little more honest, where Disney and Nintendo both spent decades becoming this trusted brand of family entertainment. Now, Nintendo has gone too far in censorship or cutting out violence or not having certain games on their platforms. I'm the first to admit, when the GameCube dropped, I was super excited for the system. About a year in, I was ready to leave the system. That's why I got a PS2 and an Xbox eventually, because I was a teenager. I didn't want to play Mario Party and this cutesy crap. But I will say they were biding their time because they were building this trustworthiness. Because now we have an era where a Nintendo console can sell 40 million units to the families, but you can have Doom. You can have all these other violent games on there too. I mean, hell, if a Nintendo system could support it, you'd have a Grand Theft Auto game on a Nintendo system. Now, on the other hand, that's what Nintendo's done. They've proven themselves to be trustworthy, but they've also expanded their age range. Disney, on the other hand, has spent decades becoming this trusted brand, but they do nefarious shit, and they get away with it because all you do is remember Mickey Mouse, Minnie, and that stupid Magic Kingdom. So I'm with you, Arturo. It is all that stuff. I wasn't there yet. And we talk about this in all the videos and stuff and all the live streams because each week it's a new form of it. So, and by the way, while we're talking, ML Maven, I want to thank you. You're the reason why I keep putting music in the video. So thank you very much. But, yeah, don't be part of a hive mind. Ugly May is right. I don't want to be part of it either. It's what Marvel and Disney entertainment is. And for the people that can't see it,
I don't watch the news anymore. I don't deal with that shit. I can't anymore, especially now. Like I just got to tune it all out, man. Just tired of that shit.
Rokins wants to know if we're going to do stuff with X-Men on Patreon or otherwise. Yeah, we can do that. By the way, folks, because he's a fan of the channel, Quarter Black Garrett wants to be a part of our TMNT watch party, guys.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yes.
Holy shit! That's gonna bring. That's gonna be really interesting.
I would like, I'll say this here. It's been nice as YouTube's kind of caused us a lot of problems. Let's be honest. I don't want to sit and make videos complaining about the algorithm and all this stuff, but they're dicking us hardcore. I mean, people are like, I don't even know you make videos or stream anymore. But it's so cool that maybe the most people aren't listening, but the right people are listening right now. And it's really cool to have a guy like a Tom Conk or a Quarter Black Garrett, people that work in the industry or work on really big shows that enjoy what we do. So it's really gratifying. And so for those out there that want to partake in it, we'll make the announcement very early and let everyone know. And we'll give Garrett plenty of time. We might have to do it after the election cycle because, his show's super busy right now.
He's busy.
Yeah. What? What'd you say, Kendo?
What? I said, he's just a little busy.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be preferable because we could probably do the first two movies and make it a drunk stream if he wanted to, if he was down for that.
I mean, I'm going to drink on it. He can do whatever he wants to do.
True, definitely. Yeah. And then that could make it more fun depending on what he's down for, what he's what how it goes and everything. So yeah.
So yeah, Jeffrey Turner, we've been there, dude. I watched yesterday YouTube. So on the Matriarchy yesterday, Jesse promoted the Shit Pancake the Cat channel, which I'm in all the videos, on Anna's stream. And it went from like 80 subscribers to 104 subscribers. And then all of a sudden the stream ended and all those new subscribers disappeared. And then Anna was like, it unsubscribed me. So we're seeing a lot of our audience get unsubscribed from the channel because YouTube has deemed it, or honestly, I think at the end of the day, it's just poor coding and glitches. But they'll never admit that to us. So,
yeah.
But yeah,
it's because we're not covering the current political situation. That's why they're deeming us, wrong or not important or whatever. That's why.
It's so weird too. Like all we want to do is be like Switzerland and have fun over the next month and when's the actual election? The 3rd or something like that?
Correct. Yeah. So
November 3rd.
Yeah, about a month.
Yeah, so all we're trying to do is just have fun and avoid the eventualities of life until then. Like, I don't get it. I don't get how we're the most offensive one. Probably because we tell the truth about shit and people don't like it.
Yeah, Disney's listening and they're, damn it, they're right again. Oh, shit.
I was going to say this Mulan video is damning, and I'm going back to that stuff. Somebody's got to say this. So it's funny. I was in the same boat a couple of years ago when talking about Disney Star Wars, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're crazy." And then I was like, "Fuck it, I just got to talk about it the way I want to talk about it." And look where we are.
Yeah, and turns out we were right the whole damn time.
Yeah, feels good. Feels really good.
Oh yeah.
Let me read a few more of the super chats to thank the audience for supporting the show tonight, and then I am going to talk about some Mulan stuff. Is there anything with the Miss Marvel? Oh wait, hold on. Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about with Miss Marvel? I didn't want to cut you off.
No, I think pretty much got it.
No.
I have one more thing I want to add. I don't know if this is genuine or if this is them trying to build goodwill for the actress. But Miss Marvel actor gave Captain Marvel a negative review. Phil. You guys ready to hear this?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
So this is the TLDR version from Screen Rant, a garbage tier website who can't let Chadwick Boseman rest in peace before they say who's going to be cast as the new Black Panther. You guys suck, and you deserve to be remembered for that forever. Anyway, Miss Marvel actress Iman Vellani gave Captain Marvel a negative review. The young star was recently cast as Kamala Khan and is set to have her own Disney Plus series. But before she joined the MCU, she was already keeping track of the universe, as seen in her Letterboxd page where she reviews movies. That includes Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck's Captain Marvel. Vellani, however, only gave the film 2 out of 5 stars, but she explains that this has nothing to do with Brie Larson and her performance. Fans in the comments section of her post seem to agree with her sentiments. Most of them also think that while Larson's casting was great, the film wasn't anything special. So
wait, they found her Letterboxd account
Yeah.
and scrolled through.
Holy shit.
Really? Come on now.
That's pretty good.
Who?
That's pretty goddamn funny.
Well, would you like to see?
Who did the goddamn deep dive into this girl's like social media and found her fucking Letterboxd?
Well, here it is right here.
Probably Brie.
Oh, jeez, man. That's
Listen to this. These stars are not for Brie Larson. I will sacrifice my own life for Brie Larson.
Eesh. Jeez.
Wait, who said that?
The actress that's playing Miss Marvel said she will sacrifice her own life for Brie Larson. So what I'm reading here is if I
wait, so she's saying she's making fun of it, right?
No, she's being honest.
But she gave it 2 stars.
She said the movie sucks, but Brie Larson's wonderful. So
What? Wait. Hold up. Pause, motherfucker. Hold up. So it's already hilarious, which the fact that it tickles Nick to death makes me fucking laugh. That they found her letterbox, but she fucking not only did she critique it as she's getting cast as Miss Marvel, but she fucking agrees that the movie's bad, but she's still gonna sacrifice herself for the star of the bad movie that she thinks is really bad.
yeah, that's the mental gymnastics that are required to make
Get the
sense of
fuck
that.
out of here! Get the fuck out of here! You know the movie's bad, but you love Brie Larson, so it ain't got nothing to do with Brie. It's got nothing to do with Brie. Holy shit! That is, you cannot write that shit. Holy shit, you can't write that shit. I mean, can we call women simps? Because holy shit. That oh my god. That's
hey, Dion, they want equality, they can be called simps, okay?
that's a good point.
Yeah, there you go.
Equal, there we go. We equal up in this motherfucker. That's so milady. I can't deal with it. Holy shit. So she knows the movie is bad. She tipped her fedora hard. And she's hoping that she bend over far enough for Brie to walk up and slide right in. Because there's no way that you expect me to just be like, yeah, you know the movie's bad, but you love you some Brie. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Wait,
Get
hold on. I have a very odd thing to say because of this. Now we know Miss Marvel's happening, things like that. We also know that Mia Khalifa came back into doing her old job, correct?
Wait, she did?
Well, apparently she has her own OF account. I don't want to say the name because YouTube might be weird about it. I don't want to get us, whatever.
I guess that sports journalism career didn't work out too well for her.
Here's the thing: how long before she gets tagged to do the parody version of that movie?
The next day.
Look, I will.
We can make that happen.
This because she's got the look for it. She's got the look for the Miss Marvel character.
Yeah.
I don't.
How long before she gets tapped to do the parody?
I don't know.
Literally tapped.
One thing I want to say though is, if simping for Brie Larson to this level will get you a Disney Plus series, I think everyone should start tweeting, "I will sacrifice my own life."
Listen, do I need to make a proposal video for her and act like I really want to marry her? Because I'll do it in a heartbeat. I'll do it.
You should.
Yeah, I will play that game into the ground. I have no problem doing that.
Dude.
And then tell her you wrote a script for Basmati Blues too.
Oh,
that
Jesus
really
Christ.
entices her.
I just need to understand what the person that found this. I need to see their face when they need to recreate the whole lead in, and then the big reveal of when they read her review, and then read her next or follow up comment. I need to see what their face was, because holy shit, this is a perfect skit. Like, I fucking hate the movie, but goddamn, is it good?
No, it's like it's like hating the entire movie Clue, but Tim Curry, God damn it, he played that.
Yeah,
That Butler
I
really
love
well.
Tim Curry.
Yeah, it's like it's like what? So you gave it 2 stars for him? It's like if you thought the entire movie was entirely crap, but he was awesome. It's like, come on now, come on. Like that's.
It's like a shitty Yelp review for a restaurant. The food was great, everything was awesome, but I also didn't like my table. 1 star.
I think what the folks in the chat should do is follow Dr. Meatball. I would shave Brie Larson's armpits for that sweet Disney access. What would you do for Brie Larson for that sweet Disney access? It's a stinking.
Well, we
shit.
already know what Nick would do.
Yeah, I would roll down the aisle with it hardcore, man. I'd
Give her the old brown cow.
Yeah, I'd take 50% of that in the divorce happily.
You, sir, are my hero more and more every week.
I'll take the hit because the money's just coming right back to us.
Yeah. That's folks out there. If you ever want to know what the sign of a true friend is, we have a friend that will marry the most despised person on the planet in terms of actors.
Oh God!
Just for the sake of the channel, just to divorce her ass. So Nick,
oh yeah, dude. It'll be the best thing for her career because I got the whole diversity thing going, man, and she would eat it up and love it. And I would ask for a weekly allowance all the goddamn time.
I would drop
any videos on her YouTube?
for Brie Larson.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you gotta do, goddammit.
You know what? When she yells that out, I have to laugh every time because just like the way she believes in that statement. Drop the taco, get in the car. I'm like, what did you just? And she said it to this woman. I'm like, what did you just say to her? What is that code word you were using?
I love Darth Fatass's response. I disappoint her for 3 seconds.
There you go.
I love this show. So before we start talking about Mulan losing Disney $150 million and taking a victory lap, our friend Modalicious says, Shocker was one of the sods in the 90s I skipped. So Modalicious, if you skipped the Shocker episode, are you telling me you didn't see the Alien symbiote episode where Spider-Man goes, Shocker! I'll follow you to the ends of the earth! I mean, that's as good as he does it.
Yep.
Wow.
When he almost busts Rhino in the head with a fucking steel door.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Great show overall. Hasn't aged the best, but still fun.
Oh, yeah.
Darth Fatass says, if Marvel recycles villains, welp, I'm recycling jokes. How big is Batista's dick?
There you go.
Oh, Dean Holtzhoffel. It's like something there. You know what? I won't read that. If you, I like that you put it there though. You're taking one for the team. Greendale Forever, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, a great character is Ed from Cowboy Bebop. Despite being a girl, she has a boy's name, and nobody questions her or gets political about it. This allows for her to be unique and quirky without the need for theories. Japan's doing it right. They've been doing it right for a while. I do enjoy Cowboy Bebop, Greendale Forever. It's go ahead, Nick.
I was also say it's really sad when like the best Star Trek show on TV is the one that's not Star Trek. It's just the Orville, and they have what 3 of them. They're gonna have 3 or 4 of them now, and they're all gonna suck. And it's you've got diversity, you've got comedy, you've got dirty jokes, you've got humanity, you've got the whole thing in there. It's a wonderful fucking show. And thank God Hulu grabbed it, and they're doing their own thing now. They can do whatever they want now without the TV people being worried about it. So I mean, hopefully it's going to get better in the 3rd season. Hopefully.
But yeah, Greendale Forever. And also he says 237. Happy The Shining episode. Perfect way to kick off October. Also, Champagne Supernova for the win.
Very good song.
I also didn't realize that episode 237 in the show. I'm kind of disappointed in myself, Nick.
Well, scrap it. Let's just cancel it. The show. All right, folks, we're done. We didn't get the reference.
So
that blew past me too. Don't feel bad, man. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, I can't, it's becoming a thing where it's like, hey, this is episode number of this and that. Loving it, having a great time. Ain't stopping anytime soon. Just completely forgot where we were. But thank you, Greendale Forever. I think we should do the Shining for Schlocktoberfest as a penance. What do you guys think?
I'm down.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Dion's gonna love it, obviously.
So let's see. Sir Guy the First. That's a great name. He says, "This is the first time I have to watch. I have watched. I love it. Thank you very much, Sir Guy the First.
Keep coming back.
Yeah, shares with your friends, buddy.
Oh yeah, please, everybody do that. As shit's getting weird for YouTube right now, if you really want to help us out, just right now sharing does a lot.
Especially during this month, people are going to need things to laugh at and things to listen to that are going to make them feel better. So
we can do that.
Keep the love rolling around.
Let's see. 007 Cloud says, "Did you see Spidey PS4 got deballed to look like Tom Holland? No PS5 for me. Is Sony at this point an advertiser for Xbox?" Excellent question. First off, we did obviously just cover 007 Cloud. That was one of the reasons, we had it. We're going to talk about it too, but obviously people have interest in this. So PS5, I wanted to get it, but the pre-order mess was a mess. So no luck there. No great loss though, because for as much as I've loved historically the PlayStation brand, and Dion can attest, we've both owned all the consoles for 25 years at this point.
That's
I believe
crazy.
in the West.
Yep.
This is the first time since the PS3 that I felt such a lack of interest to get the new console right away. I mean, we pre-ordered the Xbox, we got our Twitch channel up and everything, but dude, I don't know if it is an advertisement for the Xbox, but I keep hearing Xbox news each and every week, and I get more and more excited to talk about the Xbox. Not because we're getting paid or anything like that. Just straight up, I've been an Xbox fan too. I've had 2 of their 3 consoles, and the stuff they're putting out is more enticing, not just in games, but in terms of ecosystem and backwards compatibility and all those fun things. Spider-Man Remaster and a couple of their bullshit games in 2020 doesn't really make me want to go and support that system. So let's see. Also, from our friend Joseph Bianowitz, he says, "Hey, Jeff, thanks for the shout-out. Did you see the live-action Spider-Man series from 77 to 79? I had that on VHS." Dude, that was the first live-action Spider-Man I ever saw. You brought up the VHS. So when I was probably in the 2nd or 3rd grade, we were at Blockbuster, and I saw this live-action Spider-Man. So I rented it as a kid, and I thought it was weird. But at that time, it had to be before Blade, because all the Marvel things I had seen in live action kind of sucked. So Batman was on the big screen, Superman had been on the big screen, but all the Marvel stuff was the Incredible Hulk TV show, or this Spider-Man show, or the old Captain America movie, not the Reb Brown one, the Matt Salinger one. So I saw that was my first introduction, and wasn't impressed. So Nicholas Hammond might have been a great Spider-Man overall, only seen a couple of the episodes, and it just wasn't for me. But if you liked it, let me know. I think it's weird having a Spider-Man show that only had Spider-Man and J. Jonah Jameson, and I guess she was Gloria Grant. But a lot of I don't think any of the supervillains were on the show. Spider-Man fought the mob. It was a really weird flex, put it like that. Let's see. Our friend Taker610 says, "Haven't watched the new South Park in 10 years. Special was just okay. Best part of Amazing Spider-Man 2 was when the electric eels closed the gap in Electro's teeth." What? That was in his super chat. But what? Taker610, if by best you mean cringy and weird, I will agree. But I'll also raise you the itsy bitsy spider scene where when Electro turned on his power grid, it played the itsy bitsy spider, and Spider-Man goes, "I hate that song."
And he does it towards the end, and when they're in at the end of the power grid thing. I think is that what you're talking about, and it was just like, why do this? This is weird. I don't know. Some of the creative choices they've made in that movie were just awkward and just didn't make sense. Like, I don't get why you're doing this.
Yeah, me neither. So while we're talking about games real quick, oh shit, we hit 100 followers on our Twitch channel, guys.
Holy shit.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll start gaming this month again, and
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that for a quick second. For those that want more of us and we don't want to delude, I'll put it like this. I'm realistic to why people subscribe to the channel. That's why Schlocktoberfest and stuff is on Patreon. It's not about stroking people. It's about, I understand what our brand is to people and what they want. Horror, maybe not as much as other stuff, but we love to do it. And so we want to give it to the people that really want it. Same thing with gaming. The reason I preface that is just because we're looking to other avenues doesn't mean we want to abandon the people that helped us get to where we are. So if you like what we do on the channel and you like gaming, check us out over there, because we don't want to have. Basically, we don't want to have one of those channels that started out as something and then became something else, and the people were, I don't know, offended or bothered or whatever. Because, like I said, we understand who brought us to the dance, and we want to keep respecting that. But as you can see here, we are WCBS Gaming. I do want to update the logo. I'll do that off air.
Oh yeah, dude, yeah. You got all the information. You do what you want to do.
Now, what I wanted to do tonight is I wanted to say, hey, folks, if we're going to hit 100 followers, we'll get a specific game. But we already hit that goal, so I guess we'll just fucking do it. By the way, I want to give a shout out to our friend Sergeant Politeness for being our 101st follower on Twitch. Thank you very much. I have two choices for the folks. We have a friend that gave us a copy of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which we can play. Or if there's enough interest, I'll put it like this. If we get 50 more followers, there are almost 800 people watching. If 50 more people will follow us on Twitch right now, we'll get that Star Wars X-Wing game to play and people can check it out. So if that's something people want, and by the way, we will be playing games that you want. So no, I'm not going to play Grand Theft Auto for 12 hours unless people want it. But check us out. Jeff did not play Call of Duty. Jeff saw that he had downloaded the new Call of Duty beta because somebody had asked me to, and I was going to stream it. But then as I was streaming, it asked me to log in and give all my personal information. So I ended the stream and I never played the demo. So technically I've never played the new Call of Duty. Probably won't.
That's why that stream is 2 minutes and 7 seconds long.
Yeah. So that's what, but if you really want to get a taste of what we have on Twitch, watch our Tony Hawk stream from last week or 13 days ago. So 2 weeks from yesterday or tomorrow, excuse me. It's an hour long and I don't suck at the game. That's as much praise as I'll give myself. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. 007 Cloud. Thank you very much again. He says, at this point, Miles has to babysit Peter and Peter is older. Dude, I hate that that's what they're doing. I guarantee you when we introduce Miles into the MCU, it's because Peter Parker's going to die. They're going to probably pull an Ultimate Comics version where he gets shot and dies, and then, somebody else needs to take up the mantle, so they'll have Miles Morales. And look, it's not working. There's a reason why Into the Spider-Verse, it's a Miles Morales film. Is it? Because last time I checked, Peter B. Parker was one of the 3 main heroes. So traditional Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Gwen. 2 characters that Marvel really pushes down people's throats that are popular to some degree, but not as popular as they would like us to believe. And 007 Cloud says, I've said it before, Tom Holland is a bunch of producers Piper Perry. Is it wrong I just saw that picture in my head?
Nope.
No.
And by the way, folks, there's the link in the chat for WCBS Gaming right there. Let's see. So let's move on to our next segment. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Again, another fun show. Disney. We talk about them all the time because I stand by this. They are a problem. Realistically, the shit they get away with is inexcusable. And people only give them a pass because of the wonderful world of Disney and how they made your childhoods and all this crap. But in reality, they're the worst of the worst. Oh, yeah. So let me put this up on the screen. So Disney Mulan estimates crash back down to earth. Losses may have been $150 million.
Ooh,
so,
baby.
Yeah, this is going to be where the fun begins because I take a personal victory lap in my head every time I watch Disney fall a little bit. Not out of jealousy. It's flat out because you're taking shit we love and censoring it, changing it, making it into terrible things. Or a bunch of terrible things. So, Juicy Simon, they must be stopped. But, like I said earlier, give them enough rope to hang themselves and they will. That's what they're doing. They were so ready to make a buck. They jumped in bed with China. They did all these terrible things, human rights violations, bad press across the board. But they chose to ride it out because they wanted to make a movie about a strong woman. So feminism outweighs human rights to Disney. But a couple of weeks ago when Mulan first dropped, they wanted to tout Mulan made $261 million. Well, it was bullshit accounting. And this is why people like me still don't believe Captain Marvel was as successful as they say it was. Oh, Jeff, it's crazy. It made $1 billion. It was a great movie. First off, it wasn't a great movie. Look at what Miss Marvel said. If you don't believe me, believe her, right? but what I honestly mean by all of this shit is that Disney has every trick up their sleeve. Prepaid tickets from American Eagle Outfitters, and we don't even know the amount there. It was kind of curious that 25 seats per theater across the board happened to be empty. All of these other things. Nobody just makes this shit up to just make this shit up. They make up other things. But this right here puts them in their place. Now, I got this. I have another article that I'm referencing in the video. It comes from Yahoo News. So you can say what you want about Yahoo's politics, but they're not going to report we got this covered or Mike Zero or any of these other laughable joking numbnuts in their spoilers and their other things. So let's take a look at this quick. So early estimates of Mulan had Disney hitting a walk-off grand slam with revenues that would have been near endgame levels. The data itself was accurate, though how many people interpreted it was not. The analyst shows that Disney's Mulan gamble almost certainly failed at a substantial cost. Initial box office equivalent estimates failed to account for several qualifying factors, including mix shift, TVOD cannibalization, and marginal costs. Disney may have lost much over $100 million. The company has already made it clear it won't be returning to PVOD with another blockbuster anytime soon. So right there, that final point in the summary, we can look at a little later if you want. Right there, that final thing, the company has already made it clear they won't be returning to PVOD with another blockbuster. It failed. If they're not going to jump right back into it, because look, they have probably 5 or 6 completed blockbusters on the docket. If Mulan made endgame numbers, if people were fucking selling their kids in this coronavirus crisis to buy Disney Plus so they can watch Mulan, it didn't happen. The whole hype, the surrounding narrative was it was a huge success, and again, stuck it to the trolls and the people who were dissatisfied with this film. But now the truth is out. And this is one of those situations where it's a really weird analogy, but it's like that end scene in Avengers Infinity War. After the snap happens, and Captain America looks around and goes, did we lose or we lost? Whatever he said. That's what Disney, they've had all this surrounding insulation. That is why they get these characters like a Miss Marvel out in front, because they want to be able to hide behind the criticism of fans with those negative pejorative terms. So they tried it again with Mulan, but the Mulan thing was a little different. They got in bed with a country where they don't understand the politics. They don't understand the game. First off, they're Americans. They don't get how China actually works. And secondly, China has its own film industry. It has for decades, and it makes successful pictures across the board that beat out the American equivalents all the time. Again, come back on Monday for the Mulan video. But right here, I just wanted to share this on the stream and to laugh at the expense of this stupid company. So, Dion, what do you think of this? Mulan losing up to $150 million.
Listen, everybody thought that Ghostbusters was a fluke. Here's another fucking example. I mean, since 2016, this is like the 5th, 6th, 7th fucking example. Baby, it isn't. Baby, it fucking isn't. Again, you can blame it on COVID all you want. Who knows how close to 150 would have been in March had the movie come out in theaters, but I promise you it would have been pretty goddamn close.
Well, dude, I want to say this real quick. COVID didn't make Disney film a film in 2018 where a worldwide news story about sterilization to Muslim women was widely known. COVID didn't do that shit. They can't blame COVID. They can't blame trolls. They can't blame angry fans. This is the time where they have to look in the mirror and admit to themselves and publicly what they allowed themselves to do.
Well, and not just only that, but again, and I am 100% on board with that part of it. I'm 100% on board, when we were previously talking about Disney and shit before, and even talking about the news, right? But again, their goal is very simple. It's not just social engineering; it's fucking money. That's why it's so bad. They're not doing this shit just to get you to vote like something, just to get you to think a certain way. They want you to think a certain way and to vote a certain way so they make more fucking money. This Mulan was a prime fucking example of that. Did they, you said it perfectly, Jay. They didn't know. They don't know Chinese politics. They don't know how their government is working. And that's on purpose. It's not ignorance that is Disney's problem. All right, it's purposeful ignorance that is its fucking problem. I'm sure that they do research when it comes to getting involved with governments, right? Even research as far as when you want to have a movie make it in that market. Of course, they do fucking research. They're not, they're retarded, but they're not purposefully, they're not ignorant as in, oh well, we didn't think that far ahead. Of course they thought that far ahead. They did it on purpose because they wanted to make money, and they were so sure about Mulan and about obviously the way the winds are fucking blowing on Twitter and on the internet. And even trying to, I like to call it weaponized nostalgia, that we're gonna go see this movie because we remember the animated film, and it is fucking hilarious. That not only does the news, the people that in this case the news reminds the world of what China fucking does as a government, but how Disney does not believe in any of this shit.
Mm-mm.
And Mulan is the fucking perfect storm of when you get, like Jeff said before, a company that believes it's fucking bulletproof. They are certain that the people who in their mind are gonna buy fucking Mulan or rent Mulan rather for $30 are too stupid to know what it means for fucking Disney for fucking pushing Mulan. They are certain that the fans are fucking stupid, and I love them being reminded that no, we're fucking not.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing I enjoy more than people going, "Oh yeah, that's not how that goes."
Even when you have the Chinese being like, "Yo, Disney, Mulan is a real person." Like she was a real person. So you changing shit, even for a live action movie, is fucking dumb. And they did it on purpose.
Outside of all that stuff in the video we talked about, or I got coming, like it even shows they've had multiple Mulan projects come from China. The poem and the myth and all that stuff. Like it's this mythical thing that these people, they like the story, but in China there's a Chinese equivalent to Twitter where they talked about last year Mulan, and like, why did they take out the songs in Mushu? So Disney, trying to be reverent to whatever, they cut out the parts everybody likes. I don't even like Mulan as a film, but I know all the music from it because it just stuck. It was part of its identity. See, when people talk about the Disney Renaissance, it's because each one of those films not only looked a certain way, had a certain level of quality, they had great music. Never seen The Little Mermaid, but I know Under the Sea. Aladdin, great music. Lion King, fantastic music. All of them had songs that were great. Even if you hate Randy Newman, which I do, his Toy Story music, even though it's not part of traditional Disney animation, is still a very well-received thing, and everybody knows You Got a Friend in Me. When you think Toy Story, you think, yeah.
I'm Randy Newman.
It's almost like Randy Newman was actually on the show. Did you guys get that vibe too? I thought I was hearing like a personalized like concert.
Tendo, what do you think of all this? The Mulan losing money situation and overall just this film existing?
Well, it shouldn't exist. Okay, so Disney keeps going down this rabbit hole of, hey, what did we do that was really successful? Our animated movies. Well, what can we do to like bring that back and be like capitalize on all that? Is it making more animated movies? No, we're just going to make live action or CGI versions of our animated movies, and it keeps not working for them. And I'm not sure why the next logical step after The Lion King was to go for Mulan. I really don't know. There's so many other things they could have done instead, but they went for Mulan, and we were saying it was a bad idea. I'm pretty sure everybody was saying it was a bad idea, and it turned out to be a bad idea. And I hope they keep getting hammered in the press for, saying, hey, we'd love to thank this, Chinese province for it. Oh, by the way, don't look at the concentration camps. Just focus on where we were at. So I hope they just keep getting called out for their, hypocritical bullshit, because that's really what it is at the end of the day.
Well, dude, even Disney has an exec on record saying it was more of a hassle for us. Let me pull up the exact quote.
Yeah. This wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the hassle.
Oh my god. Well, also, do you remember when Georgia was having the big protest about the heartbeat bill?
Oh god!
And then Disney said, "Oh, we're not going to film Mulan there because of it. We're going to go to China and film it." Mind you, the heartbeat bill has still hasn't gone in place. It's still being talked about. And even then, that's a bill that can be taken out, and it's not a big deal. They went to a place in China that had fucking concentration camps. Like,
which is hilarious.
There's a big
ironic.
difference here. A huge difference here.
Hey, we're not going to financially help you folks because we think that you're taking a stance on abortion. By the way, that place over there, don't pay attention to the concentration camps where we lock people up based on religion. We're just going to film there because they're giving us more money.
We love life so much.
Yeah.
We love life so much. We're going to go somewhere where they got concentration camps. Don't worry about the smoke. But yeah, we love life, so we're going here. Those are turnaway camps. They're not concentration camps.
Yeah.
Okay. See
We
you guys in 2020.
We disagree with your state taking a stance and telling people how they can and can't live their lives. By the way, don't pay attention to those concentration camps over there where people are being locked up for trying to live their lives in a way they want to.
It's funny for all the people that want to be like, what's the problem? Look, we're not here to condone or build up either side, or condone or condemn. But what we're here to do is say it's really funny how Disney will believe one thing only here. They don't worry that they're lying. Anytime a big multinational corporation gets invested with some kind of cause or movement, red flags always pop up.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, the same thing happened during the protests. Where they would post the BLM stuff, and then we come to find out that John Boyega was gone from the trailer or gone from the poster. It's like, and as Dion said 100 times, if you believe it, you believe it 100%. And they obviously don't. They're doing that's the same thing with every one of those months that they'll change their social media photos for 30 days and then back to normal. It's like it's meaningless. It's fucking meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. It makes them look good. It makes you feel somewhat comfortable and let you put your guard down and buy shit from them and give them more money. It doesn't. They don't mean shit, man.
Exactly. Exactly. And again, it's all on purpose. Now, what is going to make us more money in the long run? What thing are we doing that's going to get people to come see our movies? They don't give a shit about women empowerment, let alone Asian women empowerment. They give so little a shit about it. They changed the movie that they fucking made over a decade ago to appease a bunch of people who didn't even want the fucking movie. They care so much about Chinese culture that the bit in the original movie where they have a dragon watching the family, they took it out and put a phoenix in it for no fucking reason. That's how little they care about that shit. They fucking made Mulan, and they don't give a shit about it. They just, hey, we'll make this movie in China. The Chinese will go and see it. Remember, initially it was so that they could get this in the springtime. We'll get all this money from China, and then we can say, hey, we're doing it for women. That's all that fucking was. They don't give a shit about that. Clearly, if they cared so goddamn much, they'd be like, hey, what? This is a real person. What do we gotta do to make this movie for you guys to like? Even if they cared about it, they didn't do that shit. We're gonna make it where she's got some chi bullshit, and yeah, she happens to be a girl in the military, but it's not like she's a general or anything. She's just a random chick with a lot of chi, and she can jump from one building to the other. It's gonna be fucking great.
So instead of making her an actual just a strong female, they give her magical powers to enhance the fact that she's a strong female, and then so that's kind of insulting, really. That's actually kind of insulting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't do it on her own just because she's a woman. We have to supersize her.
Yeah.
They got rid of that though. Thank you, Morgan Spurlock.
You son of a bitch,
bastard!
I catch your ass on the street.
I'm gonna shove a bunch of fries in your mouth.
Make you swallow them, bitch.
Now suck on this Big Mac. literally, here's Big Mac. Eat it.
Oh, this is a good show. This is going to start of the month.
Yeah.
One thing I want to do is I want to close the show out on a fun note. So, folks, don't leave yet because we got some fun stuff we want to talk about. Here you go. I wanted to put this on the screen. Let's have a little fun with this show on the way out. What's a movie or TV show character that you would hate or would love to see get killed by Michael Myers? I'm going to go with love because I think it's funnier to think about Michael Myers just wiping out fictional characters. And before anyone says, oh, that's mean or offensive, they're fake. Those actors are safe. We don't want anything to happen to the actors, just the characters. So I would like to see Michael Myers take out... Oh, God, I can't think of one. Nick, you're the horror guy. What do you think?
Okay. I would like to see Michael Myers take out all 3 CSI shows.
That'd be hilarious.
Because once again, those shows are like fun for background noise, but god damn it! But by the third one, I know who did it. I know who did it immediately.
Yeah, Holdo. I'd like to see Vice Admiral Holdo go up against Michael Myers because
those are
and it won't work.
There was a trailer I sent you guys in the chat. It was X-Files, Mulder and Scully trying to find Michael Myers or trying to kill him. And if you watch it, it's actually done really, really well. Somebody put a lot of work into that. It's really awesome.
Big Joe, thank you very much. He says, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Just wanted to tell you thanks. Thank you. Seriously, we seem like we're so excited and so thankful for the show, but we are. We love what we do, even when the cats knock shit down in the background and I got Tokyo Drift outside.
Family. Cat family.
Cat family. Dude, the next one's going to outer space. That franchise has shit the bed in the best way possible.
Jeff, the beginning of the franchise was about stealing TVs and VHS and VCRs. Okay, that's where it started.
It was 2001. Give him a damn break.
That's where it started. We started with giant TVs, not even HD TVs, giant TVs and VCRs is what we started at. Now we're going to space in like 2021. Man. I'm just saying that's the first one. That's how far it goes. Like, it's ridiculous.
I find it incredibly awesome. I'm trying to think, folks. I almost want to say like celebrities you want to see Michael Myers take out too, like Kim Kardashian. You know,
the cast of Friends.
The cat, really? The whole
that'd be a great episode. That would be.
Yes,
a great
it would.
Episode.
Oh, come on, man! Like Friends is fucking horrible. I don't care. Okay, Friends is a horrible show. I don't care what your girlfriends, what your wives say, whoever it is. Like, that is a bullshit show. Those are shitty people. Fuck them all. It's supposed to be about people in their 30s in New York, but it's people playing them in their 50s. Like, come the fuck on.
Yeah. After he's done with that,
oh god.
After he's done taking them out, he can get into a plane, fly to Pasadena, and take out all of the Big Bang Theory except Kaylee Cuoco.
Yeah. I would actually want to say what's her face, who plays
Bernadette.
She's the low key hottest one in that movie.
She is. Yeah, because like I remember seeing her. What was it? Her magazine spread somewhere, and I was like, oh, she's kind of cuter.
Yeah, isn't she the one that like also in real life has a fucking PhD or some shit?
No,
Maya Bialik.
Yeah, Maya Bialik.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Amy Farrah Fowler. That's her name.
Yeah.
God, I shouldn't know that character's name. Jesus.
Yes.
I do. Sadly.
Leave Penny and Bernadette alone. Kill the other chuckle fucks. Do it, Michael. Do it.
Oh, somebody said the cast of How I Met Your Mother. I felt like
for that last season.
Yeah. For season 9. Kill them all for season 9.
Yeah. Definitely.
What about? I know this sounds harsh.
Talk about honey dicks. Season 9 of How I Met Your Mother.
Jason Segel should be fucking ashamed of himself.
We should do a series here on the channel called Famous Honey Dicks, and we do pieces of entertainment that set it up to be great and then shit the bed at the end. So obviously everyone's going to say Game of Thrones season 8. That would be
Halloween 2018.
Season 5.
Oh God, Halloween 2018.
Oh, since you brought up Halloween, dude, I tried to watch Rob Zombie's Halloween the other day. I turned it off when he said, "Bitch, I will crawl over there and skull fuck you." I said, "This movie's too shitty."
Oh yeah, dude, yeah. Like
that's the one good part of that movie. That's literally the only good part of that movie,
dude. I saw that movie in theaters, and then the second one, I took a girl on a date to see in theaters. It was put like this: I took the same girl to go see The Lovely Bones, and it was less awkward to watch a movie about what happens. In that, the movie about that girl that gets kidnapped.
Great save. That was a legend. That was a fucking pro level save, dude. Mid sentence, I'm proud of you.
I'm world class, bro. But no, taking her to go see Halloween 2 was probably the worst decision ever in that relationship, outside of getting into it in the first place.
Listen, that's not. Well, I mean, I can't blame you for that one, but at least you didn't take her to see Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, man. That's something I can't ever live down.
Yeah, but you married Hillary at the end of it, like
True.
My story ends with like just a breakup. Like,
okay. Dion won the war. He just lost a couple battles along the way.
Yeah. Oh shit. I had to turn into Ulysses S. Grant at the end of that one, but
wait, did you take her to see Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants 2?
Yes.
Go. By the way, folks, guys, and ladies too, what is the worst movie you've seen on a date? Like, just hands down. I know Dr. Coffin probably has the best answer. He's going to say Xanadu or some shit like that. Okay, so Dion, I looked up Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants too because I'm a masochist. It's
thanks.
Blake Lively, Alexis Bledel, America Ferrera.
American
Ferrera.
America Ferrera. She's got a V8.
None of the dudes in this movie. Look at Blythe Danner and Alexis Bledel and Blake Lively are the only big stars. I'm sorry. You know what? Thank you for all you've done.
Oh God.
Listen, the only redeemable thing about that date was that I was so pissed. We snuck over to watch The Dark Knight. So that somewhat kind of made me not want to, drive off of a bridge on the way home. But God, that's still up there. I'm like, don't ever say I don't love you. Don't ever say that shit.
Can we also have Michael Myers kill Ray, please?
Oh God, no, he can't because she's all powerful. Come on, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
but
okay, all right. She's been in 3 movies. He's been in 7. So I mean, who's really more powerful?
The Jedi.
He will shoot him with electrical bolts and then kill him with that weird staffy double dildo fucking lightsaber thing she's got.
And he'll still come back in the next day and
she'll still kick his ass. She's undefeated in the history of the universe
until she meets Michael Myers.
Oh, somebody named Hank Colser in the chat says Beethoven. I can't believe somebody saw Beethoven in theaters.
Oh my God, really?
Test film for me.
Like 30 years ago.
Oh God,
Jesus, Beethoven, man.
God, that is a guilty.
That bad.
Film. That is a guilty. That and Home Alone 3 are my 2 films where you go.
Home Alone 3.
Jesus, never watched that one.
I liked it as a kid, and I'm not embarrassed to say I liked that shit as a kid.
Listen, him painting the fucking squirt gun black like a real gun, I laugh my ass off because nowadays that I get you shot. I can't remember. Didn't that kid do like a couple more movies and then just kind of disappear off the fucking face of the planet?
From Beethoven?
No. From Home Alone 3.
Oh yeah, he was in like Liar to Liar that same year, and that's about it. What's his name? Like Justin Lin
something like that. Yeah. With that fucking bucket, fucking haircut.
He had a bowl cut. Don't worry. What was his name? Justin Lins, I think was his name. Oh yeah, Alex Lins. Okay, he grew up. He was in Max Keeble's Big Move, Tarzan, Titan AE. He's in a movie called Bruno, but not the Sacha Baron Cohen flick. He stopped acting. He hasn't been in anything since 2001. It looks.
Well, with that record of hits, I can't see how he couldn't get any work.
Well, I apologize. 2007 for Choose Connor was his last film. He's just what does he do these days? I don't care.
Anyway, he doesn't write movies.
That's what happened. He writes movies now. Yeah.
So, first off, we have our friend TLJ Screwjob that says, oh, wait, no, hold on. I got to go back. The chat move. Okay, so 007 Cloud, TLJ Screwjob. Here we go. TLJ Screwjob says, people in chat that don't know, Magneto's greatest wish was a paradise for mutants. Carol Danvers was to be the #1 hero in universe, not Brie memes. So, he's talking about House of M. And yes, in the story, Captain Marvel is as narcissistic as Brie Larson is. And flat out, she wants to be the #1 hero in House of M. Peter Parker, I guess because they all get their wishes, Peter Parker gets Gwen Stacy back, and Spider-Man is a household name and a TV show or a TV star beloved by millions. So, folks, I would never in a million years say go give Disney money, but go to your local comic book shop, go find back issues of House of M or any of these Marvel titles, because you're not giving money to Disney or feeding the beast by going to your local comic book shop and picking up books like that. All you're doing is you're helping out a local business, because Marvel's been paid a decade plus ago. 15 years ago is when they got their money. So don't ever hesitate to pick up an old Marvel book at your local shop, because, again, you're not feeding the beast. You're just feeding a local independent business.
Yeah, and while you're there, pick up Ghostbusters Year One.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a long-form video of that on Patreon.
Yeah, and we keep mentioning it because we've all read it and it's really good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great comic. That's what we're plugging more than anything else.
Yeah.
So is the Ninja Turtle Ghostbuster crossover thing that I picked up.
Dude.
That's a lot of fun.
That's good.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, we definitely need more crossover movies. We need people taking some risks and doing some weird stuff. We need that.
I want Wayne's World versus Bill and Ted. Book it.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Jeffrey Turner, aka Mega Jetty 1, thank you very much. He says $2 just for the funny response to the review. LOFL. Let's see. We also have our friend Wheezy Bird. Thank you for everything, Wheezy Bird. He says, y'all talk about South Park roasting Disney. We did briefly. Kendo did talk about the entire episode of South Park last night. Spoiler free. We do advocate that people go out and watch South Park to send a message that, South Park historically has been awesome. So keep it up, South Park. Our friend Andrew Clark says, holy cow, I just found the stream. I've been looking for it on and off since normal time. I thought it was weird that only Jesse's stream was there. Okay, Andrew Clark, I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm going to ask everyone a favor. If you have any issues with finding our channel, stream, videos, anything, please message us on Twitter, on Facebook, on email would be the best with a screenshot. Because every time we go to YouTube, we have to prove that this is a thing. They won't take your word for it. They won't look at the back-end analytics. They'll say, we need screenshots from users. So, Andrew Clark, thank you very much. I just took a picture. Folks out there, if you ever have issues of ghosting or whatever, please just help us out. Send proof. We can send it to YouTube, and they'll look into it. So, theoretically. Thank you very much, though. Zol says, the week Marvel Amber herds the bed. That was the original title for the show, Zol. But I didn't think enough people would understand the reference. Like if I said about honey dicking, I don't think enough people would know what we're actually talking about outside of the regular listeners of the show. But you read my mind. Space Monkey 0899, thank you very much. He says, Sony, I'm going to destroy beloved franchise and censor my homeland's creators' games. Disney, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Up next, we have our friend TLJ Screwjob again. Thank you very much. He says, loving Dark Fate, hating Snyder. Things only Dion knows.
You ain't lying.
Things only Dion's black ass knows. There we go. Adam Wofford. Oh, by the way, remember the guy that sent out all the memes and the posters? He made one for Ship Pancake first. I'll show it to you off air. Adam Wofford, thank you very much. He says, so what happens when a sword and a chainsaw had sex? You get a chainsword. When you hear its engine speed, you know you're going to die, especially if it's a Astartes. You're not going to live long. Astartes, excuse me. So, more Warhammer love in the chat.
For the Emperor!
Dion, what would you rather have tattooed? For the Emperor or Dark Fate?
Easily for the Emperor, especially the last few fucking weeks. I've been diving into Warhammer, dude. Easily. But I will add the caveat. If we get enough patrons and shit, I will still make that sacrifice. Get us when people come up with a great enough design, that would overwhelm my Warhammer love.
I'd like to petition another concept for a tattoo for Dion.
Mm-hmm.
My black ass on his ass.
Oh, we should just do that for fun. Dude, you want that for Christmas? I'll buy.
Get him a tramp stamp that says my black ass.
Yeah.
With an arrow pointing down.
Yes. There you go.
Now, the one thing I will say, Dion, is when we do jokingly decide to run with that would be a charity thing. We'll just give the money to charity for your tattoo. That's not about that would be the event, right? That's what we agreed with.
Yeah, definitely, yes.
Yeah. So, when we do it later on, American Ferrari says Donkey Saurus Rex. I won't live that one down. But, dude, you know what I noticed this week? Nobody brought up my alleged favorite movie.
Yeah, they didn't.
Oh, shit, they didn't.
We don't talk about it. Unless somebody, that's not Mean Girls, thankfully. Unless somebody in the chat brings it up, we don't have to talk about it. Yes.
Mother?
Mother is literally the only film I passed out in protest to. Nick, you were there.
Yeah, so was Kendo. Yeah, dude, we were trying to just get it over with, and it was fucking horrible.
Yeah, that movie actually made me want to walk into oncoming traffic.
I can arrange that.
I would rather go to work than watch Mother.
I would rather go to your job than watch Mother.
God damn it, Javier Bardem Morgan.
Let's be fair. Our friend Daniel Edwards got it right away. It's not really glitter, but apparently it's glitter. Now, Ugly May Beverly Hills Cop is one of my actual favorite films, but the chat likes to think I enjoy glitter. I still haven't seen it. Maybe when we reach 200,000 subscribers during our 24-hour live stream, I'll do a drunk watch party of glitter at like 4 a.m.
Oof.
Oh my god.
I guess that means I'm doing it too because I can't let him do that by himself.
Yeah,
I got to be there too, man. Jeez.
dude, I can't wait.
Don't
to
let
get
bros
that
watch glitter alone.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, it's going to be amazing when we have that 200K stream because we've never done a 24-hour event.
No, we
The
haven't.
longest we ever did was like 12 or 13 2 Halloweens ago.
Yeah. This Halloween, though, we have a Halloween party planned. I think next week we'll make the official announcement, folks. But keep Halloween open if you're, if you have a family but you can't go trick-or-treating because of all the social distancing shit. Halloween's on a Saturday this year. We're going to have a long drinking party stream.
First day of my vacation.
First day of your vacation. And also, dude, I'm going to wear my costume on it. I think we should all do costumes. I think we should all drink. I think we should talk about everything awesome. It doesn't even have to be about Halloween. It's just the best stream ever.
For your 200K live stream, I just want to tell everyone, please support Jeff on Patreon, support World Class Bullshitters on Patreon. Anytime they crowdfund something, put all your money towards it. We are saving up towards a bigger place. I would really like to have a second room by the time we do a 24-hour live stream.
No, folks, you know what you should do? Make sure you make 12 accounts and subscribe so we can do it tomorrow. If we get to 200,000 by the end of the month, I would be like, holy shit, let's do it now to spite Jesse. If you don't love her, then make sure you make a couple extra accounts to subscribe so we can hit that 200K number.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that too. We are pre-gaming right now. That's why it's getting a little funny. Yes, Miss Ninja Julian, EFAP style. Shit, I'll tell you this. I'm working on something special for election night. I'm reaching out to people like Mahler and the EFAP crew. Plus, I have something really exciting, a collaboration with Mahler and the EFAP crew, as well as a couple other Fandom Menace creators. So on November 5th, just be ready. Yes, November to remember. So our friend Samurai Vader says, it's my birthday. You're invited. It's lonely here. Well, folks, do me a favor in the chat right now. Everybody send a happy birthday to our friend Samurai Vader, who spent his birthday here with us on the channel. Samurai Vader, thank you very much, and happy birthday, brother. Thank you, Darian217. You rule. Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass says, I am proud to be Dion's fourth follower. But yeah, the people in the chat wishing a happy birthday to our buddy Samurai Vader. That is why this community, no matter what people want to say, you can always show that there's another side to the Fandom Menace. It's not a bunch of yelling and screaming and all this dumb crap. It's a group. It's people that love entertainment that have built something that people seem to like. So get involved. We'd love to have more people come hang out with us. Let's see. Eskimonofono, haven't heard from him in a while. Welcome back. He says, Disney will become diabetic from the humble pie before they change. Ooh, I like that phrase. I'm gonna pick that up. I'm not going to steal it. I'll credit you, but that's fucking good. Ooh. That's how you beat him right now. You beat him with strong, well-worded phrases like that. Let's see. Adam Wofford, thank you very much. He says, I'm your guy's 110th follower. Hey, Dion, Dark Fate. Thank you to everybody who's been following us over on our Twitch gaming channel. We will put the link in the chat. It is WCBS Gaming. It is the official World Class Bullshitters gaming channel. And someone asked, Jeff, would you do Spider-Man for PS4? I actually have a brand new save file ready to go for this exact reason. What I plan to do is play through the entire game on the hardest difficulty in the Sam Raimi costume. So if you like Spider-Man, it's a great, fantastic game. And if you enjoy that suit, well, let's do this together. My commentary on games is a lot like, well, nothing you've ever heard from me. Just watch our Tony Hawk one. It's free. And you can hear me cuss and scream, too. So up next, we also have our friend Mega Jetty 1, who says, how is China racist when they love Michael Jordan? Interesting question. But the way things have gone lately, I don't think anybody calls, I don't want to phrase it.
You're not just because you like one black dude don't mean you like all of them. Yeah.
Look, I like cheese. I don't like all cheeses. Goat cheese sucks. All right, so that's how I phrase it.
You mean you don't like you mean you try to sneak a little goat cheese? Is that what you're saying?
No, if you ever bring me goat cheese, I'm giving it to you and I'm leaving because you're not my friend.
Not that bad.
Big Joe, thank you very much again. He just says, thanks, guys. Like, thank you, Big Joe. Our friend Zol says, Michael Myers versus Saturday Night Live. Ooh, I'd like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every cast since 1995.
Oh man.
Not the
Oh,
2001
who was-
cast.
I wouldn't say every cast since 95, dude.
I would.
Okay, fair enough. I don't want to see everybody bite the bullet, but
Except Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows is great.
Yeah, leave him alone.
Though I can't forgive him for the Ladies' Man. That's a terrible movie.
Yeah, it is.
That movie was awful.
So bad. Holy shit. That's a
Yeah, but Tiffany Amber Thiessen was in it. And she was looking sweet.
Yeah, that movie was pretty funny. It unjustly gets shit on. It's a little underrated. I
no,
like
it justly gets shit on, but she looked sweet.
She does.
Infinite Wonder, what's up? He says 40K Death Squadron highlight. Orc. If you hit it, then it obviously is one of theirs. If you miss it, then it's obviously one of yours. I want to find. Okay, so in Warhammer 40K with these orcs, I know it's this race. Within the stories, do they tell you about specific orcs? Because I want to get us to a point where we're so well versed in the lore that we know which orc parallels your favorite bullshitter. So, Infinite Wander, as well as many other people in the chat that are into the lore, let us know. And the Nick Ricada stream, we're still going to try to make that happen with Arc Warhammer. We'll see how many people we can get involved for that one. But we're definitely going to be there. Dion, how often do you watch Warhammer? More than me now.
Well, I mean, it's usually how I, go to work. I throw one on. I mean, like I said, especially if like after the show, I'll be watching when I'm laying in bed to fall asleep. I've been putting in some fucking rounds, son.
Oh, sorry. Let me reread that one because IFF means something. It's not if. So Warhammer, 40K Death Squadron highlight. Orc IFF. If you hit it, then it's obviously one of theirs. IFF, you missed it, it's obviously one of yours. And the IFF stands for Identifier, Friend, or Foe.
Oh, yeah.
There's a really good sense of humor in this world. I'm looking at it, it's like a very violent, not hyper-realistic, but very violent. I like it. I like the hierarchy of the world. It's like I said, it's cold, but not in a way that's a turnoff to me. It's very different than what I'm used to, which is fun. It sucks because we always joke around about normies, or what was the phrase, the basic republic or something one of the listeners came up with. But like, we're in that boat right now as like the new people, and so it's exciting, but I also don't want to be that guy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Let's see. Zol says FMK, Terminator Dark Fate, Ultraviolet, or Geely.
I think I'd rather watch Ultraviolet if I have to choose. Guess that's a shitty list, man.
That is
gonna be damn sure ain't gonna be fucking Dark Fate or Jiggly.
Well, here's the thing that I take about Geely. It was directed by Martin Brest, who made Beverly Hills Cop.
Broken Clock can be right twice a day, and if those two
Fair
times that you're right is Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, then goddamn it, you're all right in my book.
But Geely was, so bad.
Never saw it.
Andrew Clark says, I need you to interact with Drunk Rags, 2 beers. Sure. So I know Mahler better than I know Rags, and I think it was Dishonored Wolf was the guy who stepped down from YouTube. Excuse me, I was eating something. Apologize. Nice guys. Don't know them that well. Definitely want to drink with them, though. That's how I break a lot of ice with people. Let's have a beer. Let's hang out. Yeah, that's how we broke the ice. Folks, if you missed the Star Wars Celebration meetup, even if you hate Disney Star Wars, and that's fine, next time we do a Fandom Menace meetup on a big scale, because this year everything's still uncertain, come hang out. Even if you're not a drinker, and you don't have to, just get involved. If you like the chat like this, imagine what it's like with a group of people. It's a lot of fun.
Dude, we kept getting stopped in Star Celebration, and everybody would talk to us all the time.
Yeah.
It was real. I say this from not an ego standpoint. Just everyone was so fucking nice. Like, how could you not be excited?
Yeah, there's even a video on our Patreon of Dion arguing with a
Getting recruited by the Empire?
Yeah, getting recruited by the Empire.
That was awesome.
Best thing I recorded, and Dion played it up so well. It was fucking amazing. Oh, it was so good. It's like 5 minutes long, and it's wonderful.
By the way, to our friend Anonymous, there will be another International High Council. Let us get through, honestly, put it like this. WCBS is going to be doing its own thing through October, through this election cycle shit. once we get through that, we're going to do all the fun stuff throughout the rest of the year and moving forward. So International High Council, I'll try to work something out with Tom for November. This month is going to be a lot of Schlocktoberfest content and getting ready for our secret thing on November 5th. So just keep watching for all the updates. We'll definitely do it because I have never streamed with someone for a long period of time that I disliked. I mean, this past week we had Tom Conkle, who might be our best High Council guest ever. I mean, I've realistically, Crispy Mofo got so excited by that the chat we had. So I mean, we're doing different stuff and it's fun. So just come back for that next time. So, sorry, somebody in the chat was about Karen's in the Wild. I still think about that kind of shit all the time. Jack White asks, Jeff, have you seen the teaser for the second anime adaptation of Shaman King? It's here on YouTube. I don't know if I definitely haven't seen the trailer, but Jack, I believe someone today tagged me in a post on our Facebook group. Wait, not that one. Sorry, but I wanted to see if that's the thing I got tagged in. No, I got tagged in a thing called Dead Man Wonderland, and I don't know what this other thing is. Akame ga Kili? Or ga Kill? Yeah, Akame ga Kill. Never heard of either of these, but our friend Starkiller Sith Lord recommended them heavily. So no, I have not seen the trailer, but I'll take a picture and check it out. And again, if I do forget, like our friend Leg Kick, just send me a reminder, and I will check it out for you guys and let you know what I think. Andrew Clark, thank you very much. He says, Rags gets, you are my rock drunk after 2 beers. Oh, damn. That sounds awesome. Let's see. Jack White says, can you play the Shaman King teaser on the show and tell us what you think about it? I can't play it because when we had Tom Conkle on this past week, even with content he owns, I got a copyright claim. Not by him. It was an automated thing. Not his doing at all. It's YouTube's doing. But playing content right now on YouTube on a live stream, Jesse got struck last week from something on the matriarchy. So when it comes to requesting stuff, I will watch stuff and tell you guys what I think, but I won't show stuff currently because of all these changes. And if you start getting a ton of copyright strikes left and right, then YouTube steps in and does stuff to you. So Jack White, I've taken a picture. I will check it out for you, and I will get back with you. The reason I won't be able to do it right this very second is because Jesse's stream is getting ready to start in just a moment. We've been pre-gaming. It's Thirsty Thursday. Jesse, what's Thirsty Thursday about this week?
Not politics.
Not politics as well, huh?
Number one rule, not politics.
Yeah, we just want to have fun here in the Fandom Menace.
Ooh, there is a challenge, though.
Mm-hmm.
Since we pre-gamed heavily tonight, we made the elected decision to pre-game heavily because we felt like it. So since we're already a little bit there, we want to see if you guys, how fucked up you guys can get us. Can you guys pass out on air? If you want to find out, check out Miles Entertainment in a few minutes.
You can make us watch Mother. I've literally passed out from that movie. So if you really want to. And I blame our friend Swinging Cod for that. Love the dude to death. But damn it, dude. Why?
Fuck him.
Swinging Cod is that friend that takes pleasure in watching you suffer. But it's like in a loving way.
Yeah. In a loving way. Maybe. So, folks, we are going to get ready to go. Nick, is there anything you'd like to say to the chat before we head out?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let's see. We are at 123 followers on our Twitch channel right now.
Woo!
So thank you, everybody who has found the link and followed us. Our link is also in all of our other stuff as well. We will hopefully be doing some horror gaming very soon. I'm going to try to do Dead by Daylight, maybe Man of Medan, maybe Until Dawn, maybe some other stuff. Who knows?
Definitely will do that, Nick, because I have bought Dead by Daylight. I want to do the game. Like I said, here it is, folks. We were going to do a test stream last night, but finally, after all this coronavirus shit, things are getting back to normal. Started exercising again, and my body realized it's been a while. So I was fucking zonked out. Like I said, it's been a minute since we posted to Twitch. Check back this weekend. I might have some Borderlands stuff. And consider this a soft launch, Once we can get our channel monetized and all this fun stuff, it'll be a show. Fuck, it might be daily. I don't know. I love doing stuff like this. So if Twitch is going to be a better outlet than YouTube, we'll move it to there. And it doesn't have to only be gaming on Twitch, right? You can stream other stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, guess what? We have less restrictions, so we might be able to have some real fun over there. So check it out. Yeah, YouTube does stuff. You slap. They do a lot. So we did get 2 more super chats before we go, so we're gonna read those. And by the way, I think I would like this to be a regular thing on the channel. So Zol says, "Fuck, Mary, kill Indiana Jones 4, Beverly Hills Cop 3, Godfather Part 3." I am not opposed to an FMK game to start the show every once in a while. So guys, if you have your best FMKs, they can be women, they can be properties, they can be games, they can be anything for us to rate. Bring them and do your worst starting next week. And Dead Space, Shaolin Wright, I will add that.
Shit, Dead Space? I'm gonna have to try to find that too, yeah. Damn, all right.
And by the way, folks, once the Xbox Series X is delivered, we will do horror-related and old-related games on that platform too. So if you miss out on October, there will be other games and horror streams. But the reason we want to do Dead by Daylight so much this month, obviously for the theme, but it's a multiplayer co-op game where we can all be on the same team and fight a horror villain. So it's not just going to be, one guy in a room talking to himself. It's going to be all of us. So if you like the fun of the show, imagine that on a new platform. That's the best sell I can give you guys right now. So let's see. To answer your FMK, I will kill Indiana Jones 4, marry The Godfather Part 3 since I've never seen it, and fuck Beverly Hills Cop 3.
I will fuck Indiana Jones Part 4, marry Beverly Hills Cop Part 3, even though I've never seen it, and I will kill, with the most extreme prejudice that I can, The Godfather Part 3.
Guys, it's not fair to include a movie that doesn't exist in your game. All right, there's no Godfather Part 3. Let's not.
Well, blame Zol then. It's his message. Did you guys see that The Godfather Part 3 is getting a re-edit?
Yeah, so the death of Michael Corleone or something like that. It's so dumb.
So stupid.
So dumb. Oh my god. I think I'd fuck Godfather Part 3 because Sofia for Coppola. And I would I think I'd marry Beverly Hills Cop 3, and then I'm definitely killing the shit out of Indiana Jones 4 for sure. I'm killing the fuck out of it. That's just that whole it needs to die. Motherfucking the fact it should have been short round. Fucking Shia LaBeouf. God damn, Mary, what the fuck?
That was gonna be my answer too. God damn it!
Hey man, great minds think alike, baby.
Shit.
Kendo, would you like to chime in?
I already did.
Yeah,
Oh, you did? Oh, my bad. Sorry. We have one last one then. We've been drinking. Jack White says, "Have you checked out Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood yet?" I have not. I did look at some of Berserk though. That shit is insane. So I'll check it out, Jack White. I believe you sent it. So thank you for let's see. All right, folks. So we're gonna head out over to Mindless Entertainment. The link has been dropped in the chat. I'll drop it again. You can come hang out with us over there. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be drunk. So Hunter Dvorak, we will have a great night. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody. So we'll have a hell of a time over there. You can come back next week, same time, same channel, and be back Monday at 11:15 for a video on Mulan. Maybe it's part 1 of 10. Who knows? But it's coming on Monday, 11:15. Do not miss out. So, from all of us here in the Fandom Menace, thank you for watching, but always be excellent to each other.
.com